And now, another episode of Crit Camp Gaming.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? It is Monday, August 3rd, 2020. It's already August, which is kind of bananas. We spent the entire year indoors in our house, in our respective houses. Really, really odd. But welcome back. We're back on our Arkham Horror Dream Eaters campaign. We're on episode 7. This is scenario 3-B, entitled Point of No Return. We are back with the Awake team. After a pretty rough end to a mission with this team 2 weeks ago. So this team is actually pretty darn solid, I must say. I feel like we've been pretty much sailing through a lot of these missions. We got a little bit of bad RNG, as is, the chaos that is Arkham sometimes. And we got a little wrecked at the end there. You took a little physical. Oh, my cat's climbing me. Okay. You took a little physical damage. I took a little mental damage, but it's okay. I think we're still in a good spot because we still managed to grab like 7 XP. So there's that, right? So it's like, okay, I can take you could definitely take a physical damage. You have like 9. Yeah. So it's like not even a big deal. And so I think we're still okay, even with being sort of defeated or whatever the terminology is for that one. But we're back to see what this team can do. We have done some upgrades. We can't wait to sort of jump in. The Dream Team, I'll do the full recap when we get to the board, but essentially the Awake team has now entered the Dreamlands, so we think. It was totally what happened in the last mission. So there's that. But before we really dive back into this mission, I want to take some time to talk about something amazingly cool that Matt and I and a couple of his friends did yesterday. And I was like, the anticipation for this was really great too, because it was like days of me and Matt going back and forth on text, building decks. We played Arkham yesterday, everybody, but it wasn't just any regular Arkham. Because Gen Con has gone virtual, and because everybody's sort of doing their own sort of online thing, Matt introduced me to this thing I had no idea about. It was called Farkham, Farkham Con or something like that. Matt, you want to talk about what we did?
Sure. Yeah. So Farkham is kind of like there's these dudes who run this Mythos Busters podcast who are like arguably like the biggest podcast, biggest Arkham horror card game, like social media thing that somebody can follow. And a couple of the dudes apparently live right next door to Matt Newman, so they test with him, do stuff with him all the time, design scenarios. In fact, one of them designed the hotel scenario, which is another side mission. And to that point, what we did yesterday is we did the big side mission that was released at Gen Con last year. So the 2019 side mission called The Blob That Ate Everything finally came out and was accessible. And so for Farkham, they were setting up these big group blob missions. And they're designed to be played by any number of groups. And so you get your team of 2 to 4 people and you sit down. And then you go through this mission where there's a collective, this guy, I think he's a Swedish guy that somebody, from what he told me, has created this website that tracks all the important stuff that you need for it to be a massively multiplayer version of Arkham. And so, for example, you need X amount of clues to advance the act. Something like we need 250 clues across all of us. So we could send up to 3 clues per investigator to the pool. And then because you're fighting this giant blob, you have these things called countermeasures that are this rare resource that are really powerful. So we have this shared pool of 20 to start across all 30 to 50 groups. Whatever it was.
I think it was in the mid 40s. I think there was 40 groups worldwide that were guys. This blew my mind because when Matt brought this up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to play with us?" I didn't really understand what it meant. You know what I mean? I just thought maybe this was a mission that was being released to only people that registered, and I didn't realize that we were all collectively at the same time trying to beat the mission together, like worldwide. And I think that's what blew my mind. And the people that made this website was actually, it was insane because it was updating in real time. And so we had, tabletop sim going on and we were playing, and then I had the website up next to it. And like what Matt was saying, it's like, as we were pushing clues to advance the act, you could see the numbers just like start ticking up. And then with the available countermeasures, which were really important for that mission, there was such a limited amount for all of us that like you were kind of like, I don't want to have to use it if I don't have to. And you can start seeing that tick down, and the pressure that was sort of making was sort of unreal to me, right? It was sort of like, how do we make more countermeasures? Like, how can we help the cause? Like, or on the flip side, it was just like, we have plenty of countermeasures left, let's burn some. You know what I mean? So there was definitely a lot of like really, really cool like real-time things that were happening. And as far as like, at the very end, it's like the whole thing is we had to like defeat the giant blob, and you could see how all the teams were ticking up damage in real time as well. So very, very cool. It was Arkham in a way that like I just never thought it could be played that way. Plus, I mean, I was kind of pumped at the mission itself, even regardless of the multiplayer thing. I mean, the flavor of that sort of standalone mission was phenomenal and hilarious, and like also like so savage. Like it was one of the more savage things that I've seen. We were just getting wrecked, and this thing when Matt says that the title of this thing was the blob that ate everything. I mean, it's eating everything, and I don't want to spoil it if you guys want to go and find it and play it. But there are some really funny things that this thing eats.
It has 6 copies of a card called Reality Acid, and whenever Reality Acid happens, a person pulls 2 tokens out of the bag, and the blob eats something. But the type of things he eats will surprise and delight and horrify you.
Yeah.
So check that out. And to Lyle's point, like that's the first time I played it in a big group. The first year, I missed it because that was when I was doing the top 16 for L5R. So at that point, I was like in one of the darkest depressions of my life because I was playing L5R. And then I missed the blob that ate everything in real time. That sucked. But so I didn't get to play it this way in reality. Some of my other friends did. And it was really cool to play this way. But I will say, this mission specifically is totally worth playing with just your group. I actually think in some ways it's more fun with just your group because we didn't even get to see everything because the way the game is structured is that you can go at whatever speed you want. Because we were playing 4-player on hard, it was taking us a little bit longer than maybe it's taking some other people. Yeah. So Lyle didn't even get to see probably a good half to a third of like some really cool things because
other teams were sort of advancing the story for us. Yeah, I did feel that way. It felt the pace of it felt so fast to me that things were happening to us that we were getting swarmed. Like there was a point where like we were good, and then it was just like the S hit the fan, and I was like, we were surrounded. Like everybody had Hunter. Like it was just like ridiculous. Our friend Dylan just went offline. The game just took his entire character offline. We were like, okay, well, I guess that's it. It was a lot of fun. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you see more of these things pop up, I think Slimpy said that this website is sort of online, not just for the Gen Con or this Farkham thing. Like I think they're going to try to you can start scheduling your own, which could be really, really cool. So if you are interested in doing that, I would say do it. I think it's fun. Or if you just want to play the blob scenario, I think you should do that too, because it was really, really great. And yeah, the one last thing I want to say is there was a really awesome like couple of days of prep work that we were doing, like picking characters, developing decks, and for me that's like half the fun, right? And so and my wife Casey was like, "You're doing a lot of prep work," and I'm like, it's not prep work. It's like it's fun. It's like I'm putting together my deck so that I can have the most fun I can when I get there. It's just like I'm not gonna like half-ass the work here and then have a terrible time because I didn't think it through. You know, it's like I'm gonna have a good ass time thinking about all the stuff that I want to put in this deck, and then I'm gonna have a good ass time putting all that stuff to work. And it was really cool going back and forth, just choosing another character, doing all that. But I gotta say, Matt's buddy Slimpy brought this deck that kind of blew my mind because so much stuff was going on in it. It was just like it had cards from like all the classes. Like he used so much XP, and the way that he was, both you and Slimpy, the way that you were playing your decks, I think it's because of the characters he chose. Like there was a lot of like really quick swapping of your board states, and like cards are flying out of your hands, you know what I mean? And your decks were getting shuffled in and things were coming back to your hands. Like there was a lot of like really dynamic things happening on that side of the board. And then me and Dylan on the other side were kind of, I felt like was like a little bit more like straightforward kind of play. But that also made it really exciting for me because I was just like, okay, so I'm playing Arkham in a way that I didn't think was possible. I'm playing this mission, which is really, really awesome and cool. And now I'm seeing different play styles of people and characters that I haven't seen yet either. And I was playing a character that I've never played with too. So to me, the whole experience was really like super rewarding. And then I ended up talking my wife's ear off about it for like the next hour, and she was like, I could tell she placates me. She doesn't really care, but I'm going into the weeds about like what we were doing, and she's like, okay, that sounds great. You know, good for you.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yep. And what up, Volps in chat, and Diaplodnoso 38 Ma. Good day. What up? I found your quick camp sheet. Yeah. Welcome. Glad you can watch us live. And Yemen, thank you so much for all of those comments on Anzection as well, on all that Zombicide stuff. If you could throw that into the Discord, that would be awesome too. But what a bummer about that. Diatrop says streams like Arkham Horror LCG are amazing. I'm about to design panels, overlays, face cam, offline screen for your channel. Oh, cool! Look at that. All right, so I think Matt, do you have anything else you wanna add before we sort of jump back in to this game here?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess just so you guys know, the team that we ended up building yesterday, in case you
right, go for it.
We did Lyle ran a almost entirely Clue version of Finn. Slimpy ran an entirely combat version of Tommy Muldoon. And then I had a full hybrid, like 50-50 Stella. And Dylan was playing an Agnes, a 50-50 like hybrid Agnes. So purple, red, blue, and green. Everybody, 2 hybrids, 2 specific focus decks, and it was awesome. So yeah, if you ever have any interest in that, want to see that, let me know. We can get some of those deck lists up for you. And I'll tell you, Stella, I just kept passing tests I wanted to fail. And it's really funny. It was like something I didn't want.
It was hilarious, right? Because it was just like you had the upgraded Rabbit's Foot, which is phenomenal. All right, it's so good. And yeah, you want to fail because you're a red character and you have all these things that proc when you fail, and you were just destroying it. You were just destroying your tests. I was like, okay, I guess Cell is just gonna be awesome throughout the whole game. No big deal.
Yeah, I couldn't fail. But the hard bag had a -6 in it, and its Elder Thing was a -7. So that hard bag does not mess around. That's like the most intense hard bag I've so anyway.
Yeah, a -6 and a -7, everybody. It was like, to me, it was just like, I was saying, before, I was like, it might as well have been tentacles. It might as well have been like 3 tentacles. Yeah, it was really crazy. All right, we are going to jump to the game screen here. Actually, wait, before we do that, I want to spin the wheel for Zeshin. I know Xbox, you had resubbed while we were offline over the weekend. I don't see you online. I know you like to save those spins so your son can see them. So I'll save that so that we can do it on the day stream with Chris. I'll put your name on this list. But I will spin a wheel for Zeshin right now. This is for you, bud. And then we'll go... let me go here. And then we'll go to the game screen, and then we'll do a little recap, show you what we upgraded, and then we'll get moving on this mission. All right, we got 5 burpees for Chris. He's gonna love it. All right, 232. He's up to 232. This is gonna be great. You know what's gonna be really awesome, guys? So we're gonna make this announcement this week, but Chris is going on the road for work for the next couple of weeks, so you're gonna see a lot of solo play from me. What would be awesome is if we can rack up a whole bunch of burpees while he's gone. That would just be absolutely sweet. All right. So thanks a lot, Session, for the resub. Appreciate it. Xbox, if you're listening, I'll save your spin for Wednesday. All right, we're going to go over here. We're going to put some ambient music on by tabletopaudio.com. And all right, before we do the recap, let me talk really quick about our upgrades. Matt, you want to talk about what happened over here with Silas?
Sure. So I only spent 5 of my 7 XP. I'm banking 2. I'm putting in a couple events that are really survivor-themed things that help you kind of get away with breaking the rules. So Fortune or Fate, max once per game, lets us ignore Doom. Obviously, a big deal. And New Catastrophe lets you turn any token, including the Tentacle, which is a really big deal, into a star. And I think Silas has one of my favorite stars in the game, so I'm super excited about that. I wanted to fit in a second one of those, both 2 remaining XP I couldn't, so I'm going to hold on to that and hope I can get one more of those in before our last mission.
Yeah, no, when you told me that you were upgrading to this card and I read it, I was like, this was like made for Silas. It's so good. There's so many times in this campaign where your star effect was awesome. You have so many great events or great skill cards that you can take almost anything back and it's still good. But the quick thinking is still the thing that I think about when you pulled a star, pulled quick thinking, got to put it into your test, got an extra action, and pulled it back to your hand. I was like, this is ridiculous.
No, I love it. And one thing to point out here, and I'm bringing this up specifically because somebody mentioned this on one of our YouTube videos. Okay. I can only play this if it reduces my value to 0. So this is also relevant because the same thing is you can't play a lucky unless you would fail a skill test. Somebody pointed out in one of our videos that I played a lucky that I passed before to bump myself up over 2. Probably, if my guess was to go and activate quick thinking. So I do need to remember that these things, it only lets you turn your failure into success, not your success into more success. That's a rogue thing.
Oh yeah, that would be what was it, daring maneuver, or there's a card that's like that.
Yeah, it gives you +2 to a test you just
passed. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something I need to keep in mind, but it's still there's plenty of tests to fail, so I'm sure I'll get some use out of it, assuming I draw it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. And let me talk about my upgrades here, and we're gonna do something real fun here, because I'm gonna bank. I have 7 XP. I'm gonna bank 2, so I'm only using 5. One of them is gonna go to this Death Tarot, which just gives me a passive book. That's pretty standard here. And the other 4 is going to go to upgrading Strange Solution. Now, I had interpreted this in the first scenario, and I didn't have enough XP to do it last time. So I'm doing it this time. But I have this card called Shrewd Analysis. And so anytime I upgrade a card with the unidentified subtitle, I can upgrade a second copy of that card for no XP. So I'm going to grab 2 upgraded Strange Solutions just for the cost of 1 for 4 XP. But the thing about Shrewd Analysis is you can't choose which ones you get. You got to get them from random. So since I'm getting 2 copies, what I've done is made 2 copies of all 4. We're going to stack them up. We're going to shuffle them, and I'm going to grab 2 off the top. So I could either get 1 here that gives me resources in the card. I can get 1 here that makes my evade really good, 1 that makes my fight really good, and this one over here, which is sort of a healing thing, healing damage. So these are the 4 that I can get. We are going to, no, that's not how that works. Yeah, okay, it worked anyway. All right, we're gonna shuffle up. Wish me luck. They're all pretty good. So let's see. The first one is spend the supply, exhaust Strange Solution, choose an investigator to gain 2 resources and draw a card. I like it. And the next one is going to be, oh, wow.
Elixir.
Okay. All right, so now I have consistency in my deck, but honestly, we were talking right before the stream, any of the 4 would have been great. But that's pretty sweet.
So,
All right.
I mean, that's especially good with your higher education because
Yeah.
it will do a great job in helping keep your hand full.
Oh, good point. That's right. Because higher ed, everybody only I can only use it if I have 5 or more cards in my hand.
And you pump resources into it. So this card just straight up gives
Oh,
you
that's right. Yeah.
it's for an action. So it's not bad.
Not
Very much
bad. So those are the two that are going in. I am going to I'm replacing the pleb strange solution in one inquiring mind and a logical reasoning for that. All right. So that's going to go on the deck. Cool. And then if you just bear with me a second, everybody, I'm going to update my ArkhamDB and then update the Nightbot command so that you can actually see this deck. So let me just do that really quick. I think. Let's see. I think we want to get this and this. What's great about ArkhamDB, everybody, is it's pretty darn easy to update your decks and stuff. I really like it a lot. If you aren't using it, ArkhamDB.com, that's what it is. You won't find me and Matt we're complaining a little bit just before the stream that what's really annoying about ArkhamDB is that they don't have the leaked cards, so you have to do all these like weird substitutions. But other than that, everything has been really quite good with that site. And the thing that I discovered, in the last couple of days, in preparation for the big blob thing that we were doing, was there is a random draw bot at the bottom of your decks in ArkhamDB, so you can actually like draw 5 cards and see what your starting hand would be. And so I was doing that like a ton just to see how the consistency of my deck was going to work. And so if you are a dork like that and you like to check your opening hands, I like to do that with Keyforge as well when I get a deck to see how good those opening hands are. All right, so exclamation point Arkham decks in chat. Also, so if you're watching on YouTube, I'll link the most current decks in the description as well. But there should be Rex and Silas are the characters that we're playing today. Yeah, there you go. All right. Let's talk about this mission. Let's talk about really quick the recap. I know it's taking a long time to get to the mission here. We were just excited about the blob yesterday, everybody. So what happened was, there was a dude that dreamt of going to a different dreamland world. Came back, wrote an article about it. Everybody went bananas over it and started to dream as well and maybe go a little insane. And so our team of friends, decided to do the same thing. Two of us went into the dreamlands. 2 of us stayed back to watch them dream and make sure that they were safe. This is the team that watched them dream. We got so concerned with them that we brought them to the hospital. And while we were at the hospital, we couldn't get them out of the dream state. The doctor there, we had them watch over them while we investigated the hospital because weird things were happening. Crazy infestation of spiders. We found a dude in the basement, I think, named Randolph Carter, who was also a dreamer, who knew about the guy that wrote the story because he was a dreamer as well. And he told us that we need to basically rescue him from that hospital, that he wasn't insane, and that he needed to he could show us the way for us to go to the dreamlands, not by dreaming, but through a part of the real world that's connected to the dreamlands. And so, unfortunately, though, where we had to go was this graveyard in an abandoned house where something really bad had happened, like really bad and traumatic had happened to him, where he thought he had lost a key to the dream world or something like that, or it was a supernatural key of some sort. So we had to investigate this graveyard in this house. We were doing pretty well. Then this big bad monster came out and started hitting us. And I think as we were making our way down the crypt or through the graveyard or something like that, there was a descent that we needed to go through. And that's where things got a little hairy for us. Because it was a never-ending like set of stairs or something like that, and if you didn't go through it quick, the big bad was going to catch up to you and swing at you for real hard. or those steps were going to reset the order, and you could be trapped in there for a really long time. So it was all about trying to get through that with speed. We thought we had it at one point, got a little bad RNG, then got stuck somewhere, and we couldn't get out. And so that's basically where we're at. I think at the resolution at the end was Randolph held the key. He made an incantation, I believe, and then we ended up in the lower levels, or like the hellscape of the Dreamlands. And now that we're in the Dreamlands, I believe from this point on, it's called Point of No Return because we lost the key, I think. I think it was like a one use only. And now we just got to trudge through, try to find our friends and see if we can rescue them, just meet up, do all that kind of stuff. But the big thing that happened was Randolph survived the descent. The Black Cat checked in on us again, and we said, go back to the other team. We're good. Yeah, so I think that's it. Oh, and what up, Aardvark, PhD? Okay. All right, so where should we go? Should we just start talking about the campaign here?
Yeah, it's ready when you are.
All right, Scenario 3B, Point of No Return. Check the campaign log. If Randolph did not survive, proceed to Intro 1. He did, so skip to Intro 2. Okay, Intro 2, everybody. You have finally reached the Dreamlands, but it is not as you expected. The Cyclopean underworld is far from the wondrous lands and fabulous cities described in Virgil Gray's writings. Perhaps the author never ventured this far underground, never found the horrors that lurk beneath the surface of the Dreamlands. You suspect he would not have found out tales. He would not have left out tales of such spine-chilling nature. As you venture into the dark, barren realm, you raise your concerns with Randolph. It is true that we are farther from your companions than we intended, he affirms. However, if I may offer another sentiment, perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. Clearly, the underworld has something to do with creatures invading our reality. I suggest we investigate further while we have a chance. We can return to the surface of the Dreamlands once we have discovered the truth. You ask Randolph if he has any leads, and he steps to the edge of the jagged cliff overlooking the cavernous realm below. I have been here before, he says quietly, getting his bearings. Those walls in the distance belong to the city of Gugs. To the south is a stretch of plains that looks over the vale below. Thank you so much for the resub, Reld. That plain is where the ghouls live. Perhaps there we can learn more. You raise your doubts aloud, wondering if such creatures are even capable of peaceful conversation. They are more intelligent than you think, and could be quite helpful if we convince them to aid us. In fact, there's one I count among my friends, an artist by the name of Richard Pickman. If we're fortunate enough to find him, that may be our best chance. You still have your doubts, but at least now you have a plan. Whether or not it's a good plan remains to be seen. All right, so now we're going to go to the city of the Gugs to find Ricky Pick. All right. Oh, and here we go. Here's the setup. Anything weird and crazy in this one, Matt?
Yeah, so we've done our setup. We're here. A lot of these locations have that same veiled keyword that the last mission had, where not the last mission with this group, but the last mission before, where they don't have a unrevealed side. Instead, they have a thing where you clear them of all their clues. It's fast action. You can flip them and read the story. There's a different starting act depending upon if Randolph survived or not. So pick that. Let me make sure that it actually is the correct one. Yep. And finally, it's saying a wave of pain and nausea washes over us. We have to check the number of tally marks recorded next to steps of the bridge in the campaign log. There are no tally marks recorded.
Yeah.
We have seen nothing that recorded tally marks, so we second-guessed ourselves wondering what this is about. But Pete did a couple things. I had forgotten about this. I think I remember why I'd forgotten about this, but I think it will become clear later. So just keep in mind that we didn't have any steps of the bridge.
Okay.
So,
I mean, the other thing that it could be, because it always could be, is just Matt Newman being Matt Newman, right? Like where he puts something in there, and you're waiting for it, like the Onyx clasp, and it just sort of just like it doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's probably something that he's learned to not do.
I mean, you can't do that trick too many times, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more of a Carcosa King in Yellow thing. So in this one, I'm like, so we'll see. It is possible. It is a possible red herring, but we're going to check out and see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that was the setup. That was actually one of the shorter. That was one of the shorter intros and setups that we've had so far. This has been a lengthy campaign.
Yeah, I think we're on to the agenda and the act, and then we can do our setup.
All right, cool. Let's go over here. Agenda 1A, 5 Doom Threshold, a sinister realm. The underworld is a cavernous realm, almost another world unto itself. Its ceiling is so far in the distance that it might as well be a somber, overcast sky. The walls of the caverns are dimly lit by a flickering gray light with no apparent source. You wander through the twisting catacombs and search for a way forward, but you can't shake the feeling that you're being followed. Act 1A, entering the underworld version 2, because Randolph survived. You have succeeded in reaching the Dreamlands, but it is not quite you expected. You are in the underworld, and it will take some work to find your bearings in this sinister place. Forced, after an enemy with one or more clues is defeated, take control of each of those clues, okay? And then find Richard Upton Pickman. You'll be instructed when to advance. Okay.
Good. We are starting here in the Vaults of Zin. To our left, we have the City of Gugs and the Tower of Koth. Both, and then below us we have the Plain of the Ghouls. So both the location we're on and the one below us are veiled. The other two will flip different ways. The City of Gugs flips just when we walk into it, and the Tower of Koth actually requires a strength test to lift the heavy stone trapdoor at the top.
Okay, so that's definitely you doing that test. Then all 3 of these are connected, and then this is only connected by that. Okay, yep. Interesting. And yeah, and these 3 have victory. Cool. Very, very cool. All right, so Vaults of Zin. I'm going to read just the flavor here, then we'll do our cards. 3 Shroud, 2 Clues, Victory 1. For this is the mouth of the Vaults of Zin, and the vindictive gas are always on watch there, murderously for those denizens of the upper abyss who hunt and prey on them. All right. Very cool. I guess we're going to do some cards now?
Oh, that's a good opening draw on a couple of these things.
All right, let's shuffle this up. Maybe we can get some of our good new stuff. Oh, baby, we did. We're gonna keep that. That's pretty good. I'm gonna throw this back. Throw this back. I actually want a Dr. Should I keep Randolph for flavor? I kind of want a Milan, but it's good to just have the passive buff if I don't get Milan.
Yeah, that's fair. If you don't get Milan, he's great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great even if you do get Milan, but yeah, same way on Milan.
Well, since I have an ally, I would like at least a magnifying glass. Would be pretty sweet.
I'm gonna toss back 1 unexpected courage. May even toss back my Eucatastrophe here. I have a lot of draw. I'd really like to find some shoes. In fact, I'm just gonna keep 6 sets. My one
Big
copy.
Big Pete in the brand.
Yeah, it's real.
Oh, you're on. Yeah, it's on now.
Okay, cool. I got myself my nautical prowess.
Yeah, I was about to say, I dig this card a lot.
I love it. Take Heart also. I think I played that on you yesterday with Finn. At one point with my Stella. 2 bucks, 2 cards.
No, you didn't take. You did it on Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah, on a test that he was obviously going to fail. It was great.
The art's incredible too. It's like one of my favorite pieces of art in the game.
Oh yeah, no, I love this art, dude. It's really, really great. It's so like emotive. All right, I am indebted, so I start with only 3 resources. All right.
I'm gonna do a setup. I don't know. I'm assuming you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a setup as well.
Just to go before me.
It doesn't matter. I think I'm staying where I'm at. I'm just doing setup.
Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go. I guess I'll just go then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and attempt to do. I'm going to attempt to do a investigate check here in the Vaults of Zin. And I'm going to commit Take Heart.
Sweet. Do it.
Fail by a lot. Perfect.
Yep.
Draw 2 cards and get 2 resources.
Beautiful.
Yes. Okay. Second action will be to play Time Worn Brand.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk losing this. I only have 1 in my deck. Very lucky to find it. Third action I think might be just to get $1.
Yeah. So you can play PD
I want
next
to
turn.
get out my other stuff. Yeah, if I can get out my track shoes and Peter Sylvester, I'm pretty good on having. I'm pretty set up for the game. So,
yeah.
That's my turn.
All right. So first turn, I'm going to play Strange Solution. All right. There you go. I'm going to spend a resource here and exhaust. I'm going to get 2 resources and draw a card. Come on. There you go. Okay. I have 4 resources. I have 4 resources, 1 thing left to do, right? Okay, Randolph Carter's coming out for 3. So I played it, I did Strange Solution, and I got this boy out.
Do we have Elder Things in the bag?
We have 3 Elder Things in the bag, because we added an extra one at the last scenario.
He's really good then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then enemy phase.
Yep.
We don't got any.
Okay. So on exhaust, chip in a chair.
Oh, that's okay. Rather get this now. So I drew Haunted. Let's get that over with.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tick a Doom.
A 5.
All right, and let's do bad cards here. Oh, did we shuffle the encounter deck or no?
I will. I think I did.
Okay, hold on. Let's just do a little. Whoop. Yeah. All right. Oh, Ancient Evils, dude.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Good.
So we just play some Doom, right?
I don't have any way to stop it.
Yeah.
Do you?
Nope.
All right, there's a Doom for us.
It's great.
Okay.
It's gonna be one of those games.
In a school. Close remaining health. Okay, so this guy comes out on me. Doesn't have any
You got
special.
this Time Worn brand.
Yep. Okay. Well,
Yep.
unfortunately, I do have Haunted out. It's kind of annoying here.
Well, I could, if you want to beat this guy, I could also take your Haunted away from you. I can do an Investigate and take your Haunted.
Oh yeah,
Right?
that could be good.
Yeah.
See if you can one shot both these clues. Let's do it. If you can't, then maybe don't worry about it.
Okay.
But I
Well,
like
what
that.
is the shroud? I think it's 3. 3, and I'm at 4, 5. But I can pump up 6, 7. Is that worth it?
Having to go at 4 over would mean that you're 2 over the mark to get 2. I mean, it's your call. It seems good. Yeah, if you can get 2 clues with 1 action.
Yeah. And I don't mind using the money because I have this strange solution that gives me money back. So it's like, all right. I think I'm going to pump up. Oh, wait. It's 1 resource for 2. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So you're at 5, 6, 7 from just $1.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Seems pretty solid to me. Yeah, I mean.
Yep, 7 to 3. Here we go. Little tentacle or elder thing. It's -4. So I still succeed, right?
You get 1, and that actually triggers Randolph Carter.
Oh, nice. Yep.
But we need to be watch out for this elder thing. You're saying there's 3 in the bag. This is actually a really bad one. So we
Ready
need
and
to
animate
keep,
your location or connecting location, moves your location engages. Okay, wow. Yeah.
so I'll take the clue off for you.
Yep, cool. Thank you.
Still have-
And then I get to draw 2 cards. I can exhaust him, draw 2 cards. Cool. And I can take off your Haunted right now.
I don't know. I mean, it's sure. I guess so. And then you can always pick up the clue quickly if you really need
I
it.
have like working a hunch and stuff, so it's not a big deal.
That would make it easy.
All right, cool. Yep, done.
All right, thank you. All right, so last 2 actions on that. All right, so I'm just gonna fight this dude. First action will be to attack him, Time War brand, and I'll put in Quick Think. I'll be 5, 6, 7 to 3. So I'm up 4 right now. I'm just gonna go with that, I think. X is 1 more than the amount of damage on this card. There is no damage on this card, so it's a 1.
Yep.
Which means if I leave this in, it does trigger.
You have 4, 5, 6, so 5, 2, 3. Yeah, you can take that back and it'll still go.
Or I can leave it in and get an extra action. I guess I'll take it back. I don't think I need the extra action because you cleared my Haunted.
Okay.
And so I can use that against you. So that's 2 damage. So second action then, swing 2 up. I think I'm just going to put it in again this time.
Okay.
Just to help me out here.
So 7 to 3.
7 to 3.
You got him.
That was why. I really didn't want to fail on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do succeed. I don't trigger Quick Thinking.
Yeah.
But it does kill him. And that matters. Okay. So this goes. Last action, I think what I want to do is on track shoes or pick up Sylvester. How is this worded? If I play my track shoes, if I run through here and like an enemy spawns, I can actually run past it.
You can run past an enemy, yeah. Because before it engages you, you can do this.
I want to get up to that tower. Look, man, I'm going to come clean. I did this mission before, and we never went left. We never went up to the tower, and I want to see what's under that tower.
Well, I mean, it's calling your name, dude. It's got a fist 5 up there, dude. You know?
It's calling my name.
Yeah, it's calling you, dude.
Put on the track shoes.
All right.
They'll just get there faster.
Nice.
All right. I'm done.
All right. No enemies.
Enemy. So
Let's on exhaust. Chip in a chair.
Okay.
All right. Let's tick up a Doom. 3 of 5. We'll do some bad cards here. All right. Unexpected ambush. If there are no enemies in play, take 1 damage and 1 horror. Otherwise, test 4 book or 4 foot. So there's no enemies in play, so I take 1 damage, 1 horror, which will go on my boy.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all, dude. I'll take that.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, that means like try to kill enemies.
Yeah.
Like, because that makes.
Well, I think with the elder thing, I think we're like, yeah, we want to kill enemies.
to keep everything dead.
Yeah.
Hunting gas. Speaking of which, Hunter 2/2/3, right most damage. So so he and the Gug. If a Gug shows up, the Gug will fight each other. Gug enemy.
Oh, but he'll ready a Gug, okay, and deal damage to it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, well, I think I don't need you to do anything. I'm probably gonna head up here after I deal with this enemy. So do you want me here when you reveal what the veiled is, like in case an enemy comes out or something?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so then why don't you go first and let's see how that goes down. I guess you don't really need to pump too high considering there's only 1 clue left, so like, you know.
Right. Okay, and I don't necessarily have to. It's not like my first investigation will proc my ability. I can choose where my ability happens, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I'm 5 to 3. I do want to pump that a little bit.
Okay.
Let's just pump it 1. So
Sounds
7
good.
to 7 to 3. -1. Got the clue.
Okay. So.
All right, and a fast action. Let's reveal it.
Got it.
All right, ghastly tunnels. Hisses and uncanny voices pursue you throughout this web of darkened, intersecting tunnels. You believe the myriad paths might lead all the way to the surface of the Dreamlands, considering the vastness of this network of caverns. It is a wonder you can even find your way back to where you started. However, you are not alone when you emerge. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a ghast enemy, and spawn it here exhausted with 1 clue on it. Shuffle the encounter deck, flip this card back over.
So it looks like there's only 1 gas choice at the moment. It's
Okay.
the same one I have on me currently. So he's going to be exhausted.
Exhausted here, and let's put a clue on him, and I got it. Boom.
Okay. So then I'll probably just be attacking twice and then moving. Do you feel safe going into the city of Gugs with its auto flip?
Yeah, because I don't want to stall out. You know what I mean?
What I mean is, which direction do you want to go? I figured you're still going to go and get clue. This one's easier to get double clue, but we know that something could happen.
Right.
This one is harder to get clue. So I'm going to the Tower of Koth if that influences your choice at all. So if you don't want to stay together, I would suggest going to the City of Gugs.
Yeah. I don't want to get too far.
Gonna...
Yeah, I'm kind of useless on fighting, so I'll go this way.
Okay. So.
Do we? And so after you enter the city, flip it over. Okay. Here we go. The Sentry. The kingdom of the Gugs is surrounded by a colossal wall. Inside, cylindrical towers rise high into the mist, each one windowless and made of gray stone, with large looming doorways at the bottom. 1 black tower stands paramount among the others, rising into the very ceiling of the underworld. You do not make it very far before you spot the Sentry standing guard outside the city's walls. A tremendous creature with huge furry arms and an obscene toothy maw extending vertically through its head. Spawn the set-aside Gug Sentinel enemy at this location with 2 clues on it. Test 3 foot. If you succeed, Gug Sentinel enters play exhausted and unengaged with you. Otherwise, it enters play engaged with you.
So this guy does not mess around.
All right.
What? Wait, was there 2?
There's 2 of them?
Oh, I think I accidentally copied it when I copied the clues.
Oh, got it. Okay, so this guy's coming in exhausted with 2 clue on him. I'm going to test 3 foot, which is his evade value. If I don't pass, he's going to be engaged. All right, so I have a 3 foot, so it's 3 to 3. I do have an unexpected courage. That's 5 to 3. What else do I have? Ooh, I have a field work. 5 to 3.
Now there's a -5, 2 -3 is a -4, 3 other things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tokens. So you're about 60% chance of succeeding.
Okay, I'm gonna throw field work in the mix here. So now I'm a 6 to 3.
That helps. It puts you below the elder thing number.
Yeah,
but
I know.
That's only if you fail by 2 or more.
Yeah.
So actually, even if you draw it, you won't be failing by 2 or more.
All right.
So there is. Good luck.
Okay, 6 to 3. What is this? Reveal another token. If you fail, draw the top card of the encounter deck. Oh, geez. Okay. 0. Okay, pass. I pass.
That's so good.
Yeah. Jeez. That was scary.
So
Ooh, that cultist is no joke. Okay.
So here's your choice, right? You can either leave, or you can get the clue and stay there. If I one-shot both this guy and the other guy, I'll walk over there, or I can just one-shot the current guy and walk over there no matter what. So basically, I'm going to swing twice, then move, regardless of if I succeed. So you shouldn't have to deal with him.
Yeah. Maybe I should go down here. Gug enemies cannot enter the plane of the ghouls. The Gug enemy would spawn at the plane of the ghouls, spawn at the city of the Gugs instead.
Oh, I can kill this guy right now this turn.
Oh, this guy.
Do you have any foot icons? You don't.
I do, but I kind of want to keep it. It's a Pathfinder.
Okay. I can kill this guy this turn immediately. So I think you don't need to leave.
Okay.
It's not going to
be.
All right,
so it's a 2 shroud. I think I can one shot these clues then. That's 4. That's 5. I'm 5 to 2. You know what? Should I just throw out my search for truth now? Let's see.
I don't think you can do anything crazy like that, man.
Yeah.
It's just a 2.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to burn resources.
Just 5 to 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Star, dude.
You can fail to draw cards.
I don't need the cards. I'll take both clues.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these 2 are
Sweet.
All right. So me one-shotting the guy is a little harder than I thought because of my money. But the point is you aren't going to have to worry about him. Either way, I'll be there.
Yep.
Going to be ready then. Deal 1 to the hunting ghast. So if I pulled this over with me, the Gug would hit this guy for 1. That's not worth it. Okay. So I'm just going to swing at this dude.
Yeah.
I'll be a 6 to a 2. I'm just going to do a vanilla 6 to 2.
Sounds good. -4. It's a success.
He dies.
Yeah, he dies. Done. Easy.
Do I even bother with this dude? I think not. Oh yeah. Actually, we can bait this guy into doing like a damage here.
Doing the damage to this guy when he comes in.
So second action move here.
Yep.
So thing is I can waylay this dude. No, I don't have the money for it. So I'm just gonna go and I think swing at him, and I can always deal with him with like lucky later. But like right now, he doesn't have retaliate. Put that in.
Yeah, he has what, 6 health, right?
Yeah. Wait. Does this make? Hold on. Does this happen every single time we come in here? Oh, okay. So it would happen, but
He's already here.
Oh, no. That's right. This location, I forgot. They did say that up here in this mission. Locations and point of no return. Each one can only be flipped over.
Okay.
This is only flipped over once, so got it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Do I...
Because I got real scared for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, wait, what's going on here? If I just get money, then I can take care of this guy in like a super easy way. So I'm just gonna get $1.
Yep.
And to be ready.
Okay.
Okay. So, we are done. So
We're
these
done
two ready. Drops onto me.
Yep.
He does deal a horror to each investigator at this location when he readies.
He does a horror? Okay. I think I can do it on this boy again. Yep.
Okay. Then ready our cards and chip in chair.
Chip in a chair. All right, cool.
Okay. Doom and bad cards.
Doom is 4 of 5, and bad cards. That Ancient Evils was something else. Okay. Unexpected ambush again. So if there are no enemies in play, take damage horror. There are. Otherwise, test 4 book. If you fail, the nearest enemy readies, moves one location at a time until it reaches your location and engages you. Then if you failed by 3 or more, it makes an immediate attack. So this is like, yeah, if you're really bad. So
this
test
thing
4.
might hop onto you.
What's up?
This thing might hop off of me onto you.
Okay. So I'm 5 to 4 right now. I'm going to pump a resource into it, I guess.
You can't. It's a foot test, right? Oh, it is a book test.
It's a book test.
Oh, yeah. You're good. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
That's a 7 to 4.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, that feels great.
I want to pump more if you really don't want it. Screwed. Your call.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, of course I'm good.
We're very much good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Lifeblood. Test mine 3. Oh, good. That's what I'm really good at.
Yeah, it's your favorite.
Which point you fail by. Place one of your clues on location. Place one of your clues on your enemy. Or take 1 damage. It's like I'm taking 3 damage, huh?
We're in the same location, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I can give you a wild, or I can give you a 1 head.
See, yeah, I think I'll just take the 3 damage. I don't think like it's worth you giving me just 1 card, and
yeah,
I could throw my nautical prowess in there. I really don't want to lose it.
Yeah,
and it's just damage. I'm just gonna take it.
Okay.
Or I'll just fail by 1.
Fail by 1 damage. No problem.
No problem. Okay.
Sweet.
So that takes care of that.
All right.
Am I just gonna waylay this guy? That's the real question.
Yeah.
I think I am. I think that's what I want to do. So he is a 3. I'm a 4, 5.
4, 5.
So don't want to pitch this in and lose it right now.
Yeah.
I want to save that.
You can pump once, right?
I can't if I want to be able to play both Lucky and Waylay.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put Nautical Prowess in this first test.
Okay.
That's 4. So I'm 4, 5, 6. -4
It's 2.
It's 2. So if I choose to give it 2 question marks, I would pass.
Yeah. But then you wouldn't be able to take it back.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey man, you could superstar at some point and get that back.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm gonna spend $3 to play Waylay.
Yep.
So then, when I do that, I'm gonna contribute Nimble to the test. So his foot value is 3. I'll be a 4, 5, 6, and then essentially a 7, 8 with Lucky.
Yep.
So I'm going to just go with that.
Yep, that sounds good.
-2, so 4, 5, 6. -2 succeeds, and I can actually return
You
Nimble
can
to
actually
my
return
hand.
Nimble if you wanted, yeah.
Do I want to?
Because you could use it to
What do I
go up
want?
to the tower.
But then I'd be leaving the Ghast to come after you.
Oh, right.
So I think I am going to return it to my hand.
Okay.
But the important thing is I waylaid this idiot.
Yep.
He's a non-elite enemy.
And you
He
get 2
dies.
clues
Like
for it.
he's 2 clues. Bop.
Yeah.
Goes to the victory display.
Oh, sweet. I love it. Give me that sweet XP.
All right.
And what up, Vulp says 2 Elder Crits already. Save some of those for later on, yeah. And what up,
Yeah.
Xbox?
Yeah.
Good to see you. I'm saving your spin for Wednesday.
I think I'm just gonna get $1. Just I need to fuel my scrapper. I want to play Peter. I want Lucky online,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna do that.
Cool.
All right. So this is done, and enemy phase. This dude with the
Did I go or did...
Oh no, you didn't go. That was
Yeah, I
the whole
didn't even
thing.
go yet, right?
You didn't go yet? No. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
So I am probably gonna be going up here, but it doesn't look like
I'm useless up there. I don't need to go up there.
Okay.
What I can do is maybe get some bucks and play some things. Maybe.
So if you get your lone wolf online and move, you can get that going.
Yeah.
And this thing will have it. His prey is the most damage, which is currently me. So
Oh,
yeah,
so I
it'll
could play lone wolf, then move down here, and then try to rip some clues.
the only thing I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind spending one on me, is then you won't be able to play lone wolf. I was going to see if you would give me a charge of strange solution, but then you won't be able to play lone wolf this turn. So don't worry about it.
Why not? I can give you a charge. I can play lone wolf, and I can move. Matt, hello. Oh, Matt said there's a thunderstorm where he was. So let's hope he comes back. Otherwise, I'm not exactly sure. We might have to do a. It would be a shame to have to do a restart on this. Okay, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Let's see what is happening. It says reconnecting, but there's a poor network connection. Is he even in... Oh, he disappeared. He disappeared from Tabletop Sim. His name is no longer up here. Ben Archer, what up? Says, yay. Yeah, big storm here. Yeah, he said it was thundering pretty bad. Okay, hold on. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to... Oh! Skype failed. Let's see if I can do a call here, everybody. Well, here's the text from Matt. Toggle off internet. Okay. I'll say, text me. And I'll start the Skype call again. All right. Well, it looks like Xbox. If you're still in the chat and you would like me to spin your wheel, I can spin your wheel. Otherwise, I can save that for Wednesday if you want. If you'd rather it be on the day side so Tanner can see it. Also, Reld, if you're still in the chat and you want your wheel spin, you let me know and I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll save that as well. But while we're waiting for Matt, we can sort of talk through our turn a little bit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah. You know what we were discussing here, and then I'll discuss it again. Oh, Reld, you're there. You resubbed. Would you like your wheel spin now, or would you like your wheel spin when me and Chris are streaming together? Is what I'm asking. Also, I want to say to everybody in chat, if you are not part of our Discord server and you are not an active Pokemon Go player, or especially if you are an active Pokemon Go player, that channel on our Discord has been really popping lately with the remote raid stuff that's happening. So it's been really great. So if you guys are playing Pokemon Go and you want to be friends with us on the camp, join our Discord, get in the Pokemon Go channel, talk to us. Reld is is the general of our Pokemon Go army, and he's the one that organizes some really, really sweet raids out of Minnesota. So he's the reason why I have Rayquaza for the first time. He says 10 hut. All right, and save. Yep, cool. I will save it for Chris. That's what I thought. All right, perfect. All right. So again, while we wait for Matt, let me just check my phone. I want to make sure that let me put my phone here so I see when that actually happens. We have 3 actions here. Matt saying he wants some resources. He says computer's on, internet isn't connecting. Okay. Let's give it a bit. See what happens. All right. What's nice about Tabletop Simulator, everybody, if this happens to you, is you can do a save state, and maybe I should do that. Let's see, games. Let's do save. Let's save this as Arkham. What's today's date? 8/3/20. Oh, jeez. Arkham _ 8/3/20. Yeah, the old gods are interfering for sure. Wait, did I save it or no? Yeah, I did. It's right there. Games 8/3/20. Perfect. Okay. Let's see what Matt's saying. He's Matt is restarting his router. Okay. All right. So with my 3 actions, Matt says he needs resources. Yeah, he broke and he wants to play Peter Sylvester. And I could give him some cards. I don't need the cards. The thing is, I'm not using my Strange Solutions. I have all these cards in my hand. Yeah, I can give him 2. That would be 1 action, play Lone Wolf, move. I wouldn't be able to investigate, but I'm just here. If this guy's gonna hunt, the only thing is now I'm gonna be one thing away from Matt, which is kind of scary. Ben Archer says, what was your favorite thing the Blob ate during your game? I didn't want to give it away, spoilers too much, but because there's a lot of really fun things that the Blob ate. I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't played it yet, but I want to say that I was playing as Finn, and the Blob, one of the things, it's not my favorite, but it's one of the things I thought was really hilarious, was he ate my player card. He ate my player card, and I had to use something else. But I thought that was great. But there was like all this other stuff that was eating that I was just like, what the hell? What was I think I got to say, okay, I will spoil another one, which was hilarious because of the way we're playing, right? And so the Blob actually devoured all the light in our room. So imagine if we were actually playing in person, then we were supposed to turn off all the lights and play in the dark. But since we were all playing remotely on Tabletop Sim, all of us were like, well, does that mean we have to turn our monitors off? And then Slimpy was like, I mean, we could just start just clicking and see and hope for the best, like turn our monitors off and just click. That was really great. So we decided to re-roll on that one because it was just like, okay, this isn't affecting the game state, so we should re-roll on that. I liked it. All right, here we go. Another text from Matt. All right, guys, I think we might have to call it. He says, sorry, man, router reset, still not connecting. I can do a save state. Reld says, reminds me of the time the squirrel ate my fiber optic cable. What's really funny about that message that you sent is I can't tell if that's real or not. Did that really happen to you? Because that'd be funny. Ooh. I mean, hold on. I'm texting with Matt, everybody. All right, so Matt's not coming up, but he says that the storms over there in Albuquerque, they're pretty short. He says maybe we can try again in like 15 minutes, and I said, hey, you guys know me. I can talk for 15 minutes with you guys while we wait for stuff to happen. Also, if you guys have any comments or questions about Arkham Horror in general, or if you have some board game news you want to chat about while we're here, we can do that too. But yeah, I think it. Let's assume that Matt's gonna come back, and I think what we're gonna do is probably give him resources, play Lone Wolf, come over here. Do I have the money to play Lone Wolf? I do. It's funny because I wanna. This is kind of useless right now because I have so many cards. Deduction's gonna be great. Working a hunch, I can grab that off a Force Route thing. Yeah. I love this too. Oh, hey! Look at Matt. Must be on his phone. I like it. All right. Well, while we wait for Matt, let's spin his wheel. Let's spin Matt's wheel right here. Let's see what happens. All right. What do we got? What we got? Matt makes it rain. All right. Let's give crits to the people. Awesome. All right. What else is going on my board state? I have my strange solution out, man. I don't want to draw the cards. I just want the resources, you know? And it would be nice if I had I need my Lone Wolf online so I can get money. I really wish that this Randolph Carter was actually a Dr. Milan Christopher, which would be pretty sweet. Or if one of these things was cracked the case too, you know, I don't need this preposterous sketches. I don't really need this working. The working hunch I can use. This search for the truth. I don't need cards. So preposterous sketches were search for truth. Dr. Milan Christopher, magnifying glass, crack the case. Any of those. I'd rather that. Was the blob your first side mission? It was my first side mission. Yeah. So basically everything you've seen on stream that we played, so Return to the Path to Carcosa, and this is all the Arkham I've ever played. Matt did introduce me when I was in Albuquerque the night before his wedding, or 2 nights before his wedding. He did an intro one-shot, I think it was Dunwich though, where he just basically introduced the game to me and Chris. And then I hadn't played it since then, which was like years ago, right? And so I've been meaning to get into Arkham, and this was a good excuse when Chris went on paternity leave. And that was my first call. I was like, Matt, dude, I was like, I'm going to do a lot of solo streams. I was like, how's that? How about doing some Arkham? And he was like, dude, let's do it. That's actually not how it went. I asked Matt if he wanted to stream, and then he said, hey, would you like to stream Arkham? And I was like, oh, I completely forgot about that. Let's play. But I want to play. But now that I know that side missions are like that, like the Blob, I want to play. People say that there's one on a train, which is cool. People say that there's a murder hotel, which is pretty cool. And what else? Matt mentioned that there was a labyrinth thing that could be awesome to jump into, and he mentioned that you play it with like 3 groups of 2 or 2 groups of 3, or something like that. And that sounded kind of cool to me too, because it was like, oh, this is one of those like multi-team kind of thing. Matt's in chat, and he says a werewolf side story. And I think the last one Matt mentioned to me was an Egyptian-themed one, and a Carnivale. So, I mean, guys, honestly, like I played 3 hours of Arkham yesterday with Matt, Slimpy and Dylan, and we're gonna play. All of these streams are like 3.5 hours. It's like right now I have no problems playing a lot of this game, and I end up thinking about this game like for the rest of the week as like I'm on ArkhamDB, like looking at upgrades and things like that. So Matt's clarifying in chat. He says, yeah, the Labyrinth is amazing for 3 groups of 2 to 4. So that seems super interesting to me. That kind of stuff. Like, it's just not a way that I would think that Arkham got played. And I like that there's like variety there that you can do it that way. All right, cool. What else? 4 clues, 1 horror. I was like, is there anything I can look at while we're here? Sometimes I feel like I miss things. Oh, this thing's about to tick over too. And then that's right. Only when we find this dude do we advance. I feel like he's in the tower, right? But then Matt said he played this thing and he never went to the tower. But with 4 locations, Matt, how do you not go to this location? The side missions are in the box in the top and in the bottom right. Okay, hold on a second. The box in the bottom right. Oh, those are the promo figures. Oh, side missions up here. Yo, Ferrum, what up? That's Dylan, right? Dude, good blobbing with you, man. That was really fun. I did this mission with Matt, and he wouldn't let us go to the tower. Volps is saying I'm waiting for the April Fool's one to ship the Barkham horror. Matt says he thinks he's back. Okay, let's see. I'm going to attempt this Skype call with him. All right, everybody, we connected. Okay, dude. Yeah, that wasn't that long at all.
So what's happening here is like the storm outside is tiny as hell.
Okay.
I'm just getting these the smallest like micro disconnects, which just mess with the router a bunch. So
got it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. If it does, we can look for another option. Just seems to take a while to get it back up and running.
Yeah. No, honestly, that wasn't really that bad at all. Oh, Dylan, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Right on, Dylan. Thanks.
That's right, man. We're getting subs. We're getting subs from the Mystic. I'm gonna spin the wheel while you Matt gets up and going, get it back on tabletop sim. But yeah, dude, that didn't take long at all. You were right. The storm was super fast.
Right on.
All right. We got 1 bean for Chris. I will eat that bean because Chris isn't here. So thank you so much, Dylan, man. Well, let me not thank you until I find out what that bean is. All right. Where's my dispenser? Here it is. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Now that I got invited to your Super Inner Circle Discord, I feel like I was like, are we gonna play more Arkham? All right, this one is birthday cake or dishwater, dirty dishwater. Here we go, down the hatch.
Good luck.
Birthday cake, get wrecked. It's totally fine. Thanks, Dylan. All right. Oh, yeah, let me promote you. Cool.
Okay, I think I'm good. We're at the start of your turn. I need to talk about helping.
Sorry, my turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give you a strange solution. I'm gonna play Lone Wolf, and I'm thinking about moving down here to the plane of the gods.
Okay.
Which means I'm apart from you, but what was that?
It does kind of waste your like once per round getting 2 clue thing, but at the moment it's all we can see. So I don't know. I don't know if I need it. I don't want to put you out but it could help.
I
me
mean,
out,
the
so
thing is,
sure,
like,
fine.
I'm not going to use my strange solution in a while because I'm so overloaded with cards. You know.
Okay. Okay.
And so
Sure.
I'd like to just use it. So I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
You get 2 resources on the card. I'm gonna play a lone wolf. Let's move this out of the way. Let's play lone wolf over here for $1. Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna move so I can get my lone wolf online. Down here. Nothing happens to me when I go down here. Yeah. That's it. That's my turn.
Now, I mean, if you the other way we can get you your lone wolf next turn is if I complete my turn and move out of there. You'll still get it. Now, I might get stuck there, so there's that risk. Just depends upon if you really want to be with me for me to be able to like help you.
Well,
If you want to do something else with that action.
all right. You know what? I'll stay and I'll just get $1. How about that? Yep, there it is.
And the homeboy will come over. He's gonna hit me for 1-on-1. At 300 location with a Gug, so there are no Gugs here. Then we ready up cards,
and chip in the chair. All
So
right. Ooh, there you go. There's my big boy, my big doctor. All right, here we go. Advance the agenda.
No. Put that back. You know why?
Why?
I cast Fortune or Fate.
Oh, it's coming in.
That's Fortune or Fate. You making me draw that card made this my card at the end of the turn. I'm gonna cast Fortune or Fate.
Sweet, dude.
Exile this.
Yeah, exile.
Exile means it does leave my deck, so I will have to rebuy it with experience later. But just bought us a turn, countered that Ancient Evils that we're about to draw right now and make it feel awful.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Bad cards, right?
Yep.
All right. Oh, Frozen in Fear.
Thank God you got that instead of me.
Yep. Put Frozen Fear into play in the
was
third
so-
area. The first time you perform one of the following actions each round, it costs an additional. At the end of your turn, test 3 Brain. All right.
Oh my God.
Oh.
This is so bad for me.
But I can. Can I take this test for you? No, I can't.
No, that's why it's so bad. Is that it's not a test like an activated test. I'm in
Right.
like real pickle now.
And so I can't pitch cards to help you either?
You can pitch cards. You can pitch like mind cards. This is the reason that I don't want to say it, but the card you took out of your deck,
Logical reasoning? Yeah.
to babysit me. From this.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't thinking about you when I took that card out.
Do you have any others? Do you have another one in there?
No,
Or is
that was it. That was my only copy.
Okay. All right. So.
Wait, no, wait, actually, hold on. I can water protection you.
No, you can't.
What?
It's a 1 XP, a 0 XP order of protection.
Oh,
Just when you-
God darn it. I
No.
hate this pleb water protection.
This is a real issue. I'm gonna get 2 actions the rest of this, likely. So I do have lucky. I might be able to get lucky. I'm gonna have to save for that. So I'm just gonna have to go. Do you have anything to pitch to my test, mind-wise?
Mind-wise?
If I was to do this, like at the end of my turn,
Yeah, I can give you
Basically-
preposterous sketches.
that's like 1. Okay. Then you have to sit here. You don't get your buck. This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But it's what we're doing now. All right, I'm just gonna attack this dude.
Okay.
I'm at 4, 5, 6 to 2. It's cost me 2 actions.
Yep. All right, you
Wreck
killed him,
him.
got a clue.
Grab the clue. Go. 1. Discard that.
All right, 1 action
I
left.
have 1 action left. I'm just gonna move up here, I think. And we're just gonna happen to see if I rip the right card. I don't want you to have to like follow me around.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see if I happen to rip the right card. To get lucky.
All right.
That's just what we're gonna do. So my turn ends. I test Frozen in Fear. Survey says
-4.
do fail by 2 or more. There is not an enemy
Okay.
So yeah, I guess if you had pitched a mine to me with Lucky, I still could have succeeded. That is something to keep in mind. I don't really want you to have to pitch any of this right now. I'll see if I get my unexpected pitch. Anyway, go ahead. This is
All
gonna be
right.
rough.
Let's see. What do I want to do here? I think I'm just gonna go down there and try to get Clue, or do I do a strange solution so I can play Dr. Milan Christopher? But then I don't really move. But it's more of a setup. Oh wait, no, I can't get. Oh yeah. Well, if I do Milan, then my Randolph Carter goes away. But he's sort of almost on the verge of death anyway. What's more worth it?
Yeah, he is.
What?
Well, I mean, it looks like money's what you need now more than cards because it pumps higher ed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like this turn. Maybe you just like gather up money until you can do it or something. You could always Strange Solution, which would give you $2.
Yeah, I was thinking about Strange Solution, Dr. Milan, as a setup.
I feel like, especially with what just happened to me, you shouldn't waste your potential of getting 2 clues for one more time.
Okay, you're right, because we're about to tick over too.
Yeah, and I just got offline in like a big way.
Yeah. All right, so we're going over here. That's one.
Let me present one more thing.
Okay.
If you stay here, put out Strange Solution, use a tick, use Pathfinder, then you can use Pathfinder's free action.
Oh, right.
First. But then you're not spending money towards Milan Christopher.
Right.
Which you'll have Pathfinder on.
No, but Pathfinder is always really great to have, period, because the faster I get that online, I can use that every turn.
Right.
As well. And because if I get Milan Christopher out this turn, I'm not investigating. Whereas if I get out Pathfinder, I can actually use it. So there is that sort of usability. That's actually not bad.
Did you get your buck from Lone Wolf?
I did. I think. Okay. Chat, you can let me know if I didn't. I think I did. I think I only had $1. Yeah, you know what? All right, let's do it.
Wait.
Strange Solution.
I thought you had $1 at the end of the turn, which would have given you one from Chip and Chair. And then you get
okay.
one from
Yeah, let's get $1.
I think you didn't get it.
Okay, so we'll
yeah,
do
chat,
Strange
you must
Solution. We'll
know.
get 2 more. We'll get $1. We'll get a card. We'll see who that is. We'll play 1, 2, 3. We're gonna play Pathfinder. Right here. So that's 1, 2, and I have a third action.
You can Pathfinder, then investigate.
Pathfinder to move. I'm going to do a fast action, magnifying glass.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to investigate for 4, 5. 4, 5, and I guess.
What, 4, 5, 6. It'd be 6 because of
Randolph,
right?
he also gives me 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 to 4. Do I even need this search for the truth right now? I want to be able to rip this and get both. I don't need this working a hunch.
Sure, if you feel like that's if you really want to.
I'm gonna do this working a hunch. I think I just need another 2. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to 4.
Okay,
that's perfect.
I like
Minus 4. All right. So I only ripped 1 clue there.
Okay. That's okay. Then next time you don't have to go as hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there you go.
And then there's.
That's it.
Oh, it's like lagging for me. Okay, weird. I didn't see you click all those things. All right. So enemy phase, nothing. Readying stuff up. Taking chair.
Okay. Doom ticks over this time. All right, the path darkens. Agenda 1B. A sudden wave of pain and nausea passes over you, and for a brief moment, it feels the very fabric of reality is tearing apart. The feeling passes quickly, and it's obvious that something is not quite right. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Place 1 damage on the scenario reference card. So the skulls just got harder.
The Ancient Evil goes back in here, but at least we only hit 1.
Yeah. And let's put a
2 or 3,
damage
that's
token on the scenario reference card. Should we just put it on the one down here? Oh, you already did. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess we can put them on both. That way there's like...
Yeah.
But, point is...
All right. So the new one is Doom Threshold 4, Agenda 2A, Beset by Monsters. As you continue to explore, the creatures of the underworld grow agitated and begin to pursue you as if compelled by some unseen force. Hint. The game will not necessarily end when this agenda advances, but the stability of reality will continue to unravel. Great. Awesome.
This will probably just make our skulls worse and worse. So it's similar to what happened on the moon, where like you don't lose. Okay, gotcha. All right. Does it matter if I? Do you
I
want
don't
to
think it matters. We are far away. Well, I can do this so we can do the veiled.
That's what I'm wondering. Is like, what do you think? What would we rather see first? Potentially what's here, or potentially what's here? I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I think it's fine either way. Okay. 4, 5, 6.
I guess you can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. So it is 4, 5, 6 to 4. I will use. Oh, Matt. Oh no. Oh no. It's poor connection. Okay, hold on. Let's give it a sec. Let's give it a sec, everybody. Let's give it a second. What happened did I miss in chat while I was saying everything? Let's see. This blows. Didn't this happen to you in our version of this mission? We experienced a different dream. Yes, we definitely weren't scared. Yeah, never been less scared. A little scared of the storm, right? Maybe a little scared of the storm. What's happening here? Okay, I think it's time. Ooh, all right. I lost a Skype call with Matt, which means that we are going to do a save. Let's overwrite. Yep. All right. Oh, this is weird. Okay. Alright. Let's give it a bit again. Alright. We're gonna wait again, everybody. We're gonna try to figure out what was going on. We were preparing to get this clue over here. I pitched my working hunch, so I'm actually gonna make this test. 4, 5, 6 to 4. Oh! I didn't test my Frozen in Fear. Okay, when Matt comes back, I have to test this Frozen in Fear. To see. Can I not Pathfinder with Frozen in Fear? That's another thing we need to talk about when Matt comes back. I kind of didn't think I needed to because it's a fast action, but it does say move in the description of the card. So it says exhaust Pathfinder, move to a connecting location. The first time you perform one of these actions, move, fight, or evade, it costs an additional action. The thing is, like, Pathfinder isn't an action, though, right? It's just... So maybe that is legit. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. It's just I need to take this test. And I should have taken this test before we ticked over the Doom. Right. You just have to remember to do it. And I'm going to put a... what should we put on it, too? Let's just put one of these on it. Just to remind me that I need to do that. All right. Then otherwise, I think the plan when Matt comes back is to get this clue, flip it over, See what we can get. 64 is not really great. I could pitch in Inquiring Mind, but that's 3 question marks. But I took one of these out of my deck in the upgrades, and the reason why I did that was they kept being dead cards in my hand because they're so specific in use. So this would make me a 9-4, and I believe that would make me pass everything. Let's look at the bag really quick. Whoops. Hold on. That one all view askew here. Search. These are -4s. So there's one -5 in the tentacle. These skulls are -2s. The cultists draw again. And these are -4s. So there's a -5 and a tentacle. So if I go 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, then it's just the tentacle. Then I guarantee a clue. It's not bad. Guarantee a clue, flip that over. I can Pathfinder out. I don't have any more charges on this bad boy. It'd be great to do a Strange Solution, Dr. Milan. But I could also do Money, Dr. Milan too. Actually, if I'm going to investigate, I might. My cat back there, my kitten, he's crying. Ben Archer, you could say this dream is a nightmare. Yeah. I don't know why Cthulhu is so mad though. You know, we're playing his game. We're in chaos with him. This is 2 days in a row that we've been playing this game. You know what? This is like we're just getting wrecked because in the last scenario we couldn't make it to the end. Both last scenarios. Oh man. Well, this is. It's a bummer of a stream, everybody. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can get going with this. All right. Let's check what Matt has. By the way, we don't normally look at what he has in his hand, but track shoes got the Time Worn brand. All right, Peter Sylvester. That guy needs to come out, man. Baseball bat. But that's a 2-hander, so it'll never come out. Now that he found the Time Worn brand, I think he has 2 of these in his deck. So that'll just get pitched, unless there's some weird treachery that makes him get rid of this thing. Double Nimble's nice though. It's a small map though. We may not get crazy use of it, and obviously when the act ticks over, or when we reveal one of these things, it could say, reveal the new set aside locations and all that good stuff that it usually does. Okay, my kitten is biting the crap out of my feet, so now I have to get the wand toy to distract him so he doesn't eat me. The side missions at the bottom right of the campaign section. Typho was saying, yes, that's right. We can look through these. So, these are the side missions. Oh, and also, guys, some of the new leaked cards and stuff is really rad. All right, what do we have in here? Let's F11 here. Let's search. Oh, dude, there's so many. Ooh. Winter Winds. Kind of like that, dude. Read or die. There it is. The blob that ate everything. That Gen Con printable card is bonkers. Oh, the Exile card. Yeah. Is that? I don't think it's in this mod. What is this? Stranger Things. What is this? But anyway, the blob, guys. This is what we're talking about. The blob that ate everything. Really, really fun stuff. What happens if we pull this out? Oh, I see. Cool. It's all scripted, so if you hit place, it'll do all that. We're not going to do that right now. Oh, wait, what? Okay, put it back. Why can't we put this back? Is it because we're searching? What is this? Okay, yep, there it is. Labyrinths of Lunacy is what Matt was talking about before, but this murder at the hotel, man, I mean, that seems like pretty, that seems like up my alley, dude. I think I would like to do the hotel at some point. Gardens of the Abyss. The Wendigo, dude. Matt says, so only about 6 or 7 of those are official FFG. However, the Mythbusters guys made an amazing one professionally printed, and they showed off over the weekend. That's cool. Okay, so I'm guessing the ones that have the legit branding art are the ones that are real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These 7 are the ones Matt are talking about are actually branded and real. The rest of them, I guess, are fan service, which makes sense. Although I'm digging the oh, look at the art on this one of Sphinx and Sands. Consternation and Constellations is the Mythos Busters ones. This one, the Consternation and Constellation on the Constellation. Oh, very nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't like this. I'm not going to play that one. I mean, you almost want to. Just because it exists. We'll see. What else? What else is new? What else we got? Looks like we're missing some Return 2s. I guess that's coming out soon. This is coming 2020. The Symphony of Eric Zahn. Why is this one special? This one's not in the side missions. It's just like its own thing. Interesting. Okay. All right. I think I did this already, but while we're here, I'm just going to override again. Sweet. All right. All right, Matt's going to reset his router again. We'll see what's going on. It may be one of those things where you just call it an early night. Would really be a shame. But the good thing about Tabletop Sims is you can do the save states. You saw me just do it, and that way we can pick it up right when we left off. So, let's see. While we're here and while we're waiting for Matt, let's see. This is the deck on ArkhamDB, everybody. So, if you're not on ArkhamDB, you should be. If you're playing this game, it's really great for deck building and also just like looking up cards and stuff like that. If you look for me, CritCamp_Lyle, all of my decks from this campaign are published there, and also Matt is Sice. So you see his Twitter handle on below. Lose the end Y, and that's him. And his Silas and Safina deck should be in there as well. But this is what ArkhamDB looks like if you haven't looked at it. And I have been keeping and updating this at every scenario. So there are different links for everyone, but you'll see my upgrade path. It's tracking it. So in the very first scenario, I got a Pathfinder higher education in the know. Dump these. This is how much XP I spent. This is a little odd because I have shrewd analysis, so this 4 XP here should not be there. So I actually only spent 7 or whatever. 5. Yeah, so I'm banking 2. But yeah, I took out the logical reasoning here, and I shouldn't have. I probably should have just dumped. I don't know. Maybe I should have dumped the Preposterous sketches. Well, I didn't know I was gonna get the strange solution, so I did need the card draw since I didn't know I was gonna get that. I could have pumped. I could have dropped the field work maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. This one is Matt's deck. Everybody's one Silas. Oh, my kitten took my cat is getting strong, and he took the wand from my hand. Okay. Yeah, this is right. This is up to date because this is Fortune of Fate, You Catastrophe. These are the upgrades that he took. Yeah. I'm telling you, red characters are hard to wrap your mind around. There's a lot of really interesting things that happen. Matt does it a little bit here. Like, you kind of want to fail sometimes. You kind of want to, because there are all these things where you can flip it on its head. And so it's really, really cool. The thing that he was doing with Stella was, I believe her thing is, if you fail, you know what? I can just grab her card, guys. I think it's if you know what? No. This is not what I'm looking for. 5 investigators. Here we go. Stella. Okay. Let's grab her. Yeah. What's cool about her is after you fail a skill test right here, you may take an additional action. And so when we were playing the blob yesterday, he kept trying to fail so he can get an extra action, and he kept just passing. It was really hilarious. But she ends up being really, really rad because there's so much synergy with a lot of the red cards for failure and triggering things. It's really, really cool. Matt says there's an XP card I can add to my deck to deal with Frozen in Fear also. Okay. Ben Archer, the worst thing a red character can do is succeed at Oh, I still have Vulps, I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you. Boom. There it is. So this is Stella. This is what Matt was playing yesterday. After you fail a skill test, you may take an additional action during your turn. Very, very cool effect. It's like one of the coolest passives, I think. So, yeah, there's that. What did I play? I played, let me pull it out here. Ben. This is, where's my character? There it is. This is who I played with, and I gotta tell you, I did not get my fill of this, just doing one mission. So he sucks at mind hard, but it was, but I didn't do any fighting at all. I made a complete clue build on him, so it was basically 4 and 4 for book and foot. Oh, Matt, I think is back on Skype. Yo, I'm gonna see if we can make this call. Yo.
Yo.
Hey, you're back. Nice.
All right, guys, let's try this one last time. If that happens again.
Yeah, if it happens again, but we'll just call it and then and pick it up again next week.
Yeah. Okay, I'm logging in right now.
Okay, cool.
So anyway, that's yeah. Maybe it's just trying to give me time to figure out how to deal with Frozen Fear in my heart.
Nice.
Have
you come to terms? Have you come to terms with it?
That card. That card and Ancient Evils are core box classics that just really, really hurt, man.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder. Although they do keep coming back, they'll get printed in different quantities for other missions. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They make me mad, bro. They make me mad.
Okay. While you're getting set up and I promoted you and all that stuff, 2 questions for you. One question and 1 comment. Using Pathfinder does not require an additional action from Frozen in Fear, right? Because it's not a move action. It's actually just a fast action from Pathfinder.
I have to check the wording on it, but I cannot remember.
Because the way that Frozen Fear says, the first time you perform one of the following actions each round, it costs an additional action. I'm actually not making an action with Pathfinder. I'm just doing a fast one, right? I think I'm okay. I wanted to make sure with you.
Yeah, because you are not performing.
a move action.
Performing a move action. Well, it's a fast action. That is actually a good point. I think you're still okay.
Yeah.
But that has not come up before in our questions. Because the way that it's worded... No, because I know that the enemies only swing at you.
Yeah.
If you do a move action that reacts and things like Pathfinder or shortcut doesn't trigger it. So I think it's for the same reason.
Okay, cool.
So I think it's okay.
Yeah. All right. And also, I forgot to test my Frozen in Fear.
Right. That's a good
so
point too.
I am actually a 4 to a 3 test naturally, or with what I got here. 4 to a 3.
Is that an inquiring in your hand?
What was that?
Is that an inquiring mind I see in your hand?
Oh yeah.
Can I go first next turn and use that to clear my Frozen in Fear?
Yes, you can.
This clue goes away.
Yeah, I was gonna say it has to be a place where a clue is.
I could.
You could run down and do it.
Or I can run down. I have to get rid of this Frozen Fear, or I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Like absolutely screwed.
Yeah. All right. So
I can always come back up here. I can move fast because of boot. Oh,
okay.
Anyway, sorry. I'm just saying, in case you were thinking about using the inquiring mind on you.
I was gonna throw my process sketches out and use that. So now I'm 4. Wait, I'm 3. I'm 4. I'm 5. 5 to 3. It's not the greatest, but you know what? I'll throw money at it. So I'm a 7 to 3. Here we go.
Yeah. And the elder things are like the big ones.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I keep it then.
Okay.
All right, that was. Yeah.
Where were we?
So I'm at the beginning of my turn, and I was thinking about grabbing this clue, but now that I know that you want to come down and use my inquiring mind, maybe I keep the clue.
Wait, did we already do... Have I already gone?
I believe you already went.
Okay, if I already went, just get the clue and move on. We'll find another location. I wasn't sure where we were at. I thought we were at the end of the round. If we're not, yeah, don't save the clue for me. I'll come to you eventually. Just hold on to the inquiring mind for me at some point.
Yep.
That's when I'll get rid of it.
Okay.
That's fine. No, don't wait.
Okay. So I'm at a 4, 5, 6, 6 to 4 test right now. This could be amazing later. I have so many clues.
Yeah, we need to like not have you go.
It just sucks because it's like I'm just using all my resources here.
Well, then just get bucks, play them along. Like, I mean, the point is, like, you don't need to succeed by a lot on this. It's because
I thought about it some more, and I don't want to get rid of Randolph Carter until I get rid of my Frozen in Fear, because it gives me a mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you can just take a few attempts at getting the thing.
There we go. It's 6 to 4. I'm just gonna do vanilla investigate here, see what happens. 0. I got it. Okay.
Grab that. Did you get your lone wolf done?
I can't remember.
Don't. If your turn just started while I was gone, you should, and you haven't spent any money, that'd be from Chip and Chair.
You're right.
So unless you spent money during the testing phase, I know. Sorry, guys, I know like me disappearing messed this up, but like, did you spend any money during the Mythos phase?
I might have. What's up there on the? Oh no, we shuffled it. What did I get?
I can remember what you got. Hold on.
Yeah.
It was the one test. It wasn't the test book or foot to prevent an enemy from coming. No, because there were no enemies out. It was. I genuinely don't remember.
I don't
remember. See that it could have been.
I know. I'm not gonna take the money because we don't know, and that's the safest way.
I thought when I disconnected, we were right before getting our bad cards. I thought
no, because you disconnected when when we were considering me getting this clue so we can flip this location. Is what I thought.
Okay, I am honestly the no help here. I do not remember where we were, so just I guess finish.
Or was I just thinking ahead?
For some reason, what I thought had happened was that second time I disconnected, It was right after we flipped the agenda. We saw what it was, but we hadn't yet drawn our bad cards.
Okay.
Anybody verify that? Am I wrong? Right.
Okay. Well, I will take back my process sketches. Get my money back. Put a clue back on this thing. Let's get bad cards.
Well, that would have been when you would have done that to end your turn. You still never took the test to try to clear loan or to clear your frozen. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
which I did now, and I failed.
Okay, so now let's just draw our bad cards. Yeah, Volp's saying that sounds right.
Okay, yeah,
so
my process sketches was for that. Yeah, let's draw the bad cards.
I think we're on cards, and then we get our turns. Because
Okay.
I remember thinking, yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Okay, ghoul minion. Here we go. 2/2/2 humanoid
Perfect.
monster ghoul pleb hits for 1/1. Okay.
Select blood. Test mine 3 for each point you fail by placing your clues on your location. Place one of your clues on the nearest enemy, or take 1 damage. That's actually really good. This is actually great timing.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is great timing. I care about this.
Yeah, you don't care. You
So-
don't care about this. -4. Put 3
That
clues.
actually makes things. How much should I fail by? That just makes things.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. It clears it off of you. What I was gonna do is come down there, hit it, but now so it's gonna move up to me, right?
But it only goes to a connecting location. I'm 2 locations away from you.
No, fail by 2. Choose a ready enemy at your location or connecting location. Okay, so you're right. So that doesn't happen. I do fail by 3. When I fail by 3, I take my 3 clues. I can, for each point you fail by, I choose one of these things. I think I have to do each one. I don't think I can make the same choice each time.
Oh. Place one of your
can.
clues on a location. Place one of your clues on it, or take 1 damage. Oh, I see.
I think I have to do each one of them. Unfortunately, I would choose to put all 3 on the guy if I could.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can. So I'm going to lose 2 clues, take 1 damage. 1 goes here. 1 goes on to homeboy that's on you.
Right.
Okay. So then what I do is I can go first.
Yeah, you go first, so I can inquiring mind your test at the end of your turn.
I'll move here. This technically costs me 2 actions.
Right.
But I'm going to attempt to activate track shoe.
Sweet.
I'll put a nimble into the track shoes.
All right.
Cool.
All right. So you are 4, 5, 6 to 3. Reveal another one. So you
6 to 3.
you fail by 1.
The top card of the encounter deck, bro. I'll return this to my hand. God,
This
Is that
is
top card
something
deck?
else. What's happening to us today?
oh my God,
Oh, another mind test. Oh my God.
this can actually outright kill me.
Oh, you don't have Peter out. Yeah.
Just lucky on this.
Oh my God. That's -2. So
That
you
will
fail
kill
by
me unless
3
I have to lucky that.
and take 1
Let me
hard.
take 1 more.
That is awful.
I am getting absolutely wrecked.
Yeah.
I'll spend my last action to move to you. Okay.
Okay. It's
That's
so you
okay.
move to me, so that means that's the end of your turn,
Yeah,
which
I
means
can't
that
hit
you
the
can do
ghoul on-
Frozen in Fear test now.
Yeah, I needed to succeed to do the
Here you
ghoul
go.
test on you. I'm at
Take 3.
5 to 3. I'm gonna have to pitch Peter Sylvester.
Oh God,
Even-
Pete, no, he's horror soak.
I know. I don't know. Do I not do it? I'm up to. He's my only option.
I think you have to. You can't live with this.
No, this is really bad, man. I do succeed.
Can you return him to your hand?
No, I can only return skill cards, and I already used it. But I knew I could only return skill cards. That's why I did
Okay.
it.
Well, you got rid of
Otherwise I
it.
would have saved them. Okay, it's gone. But now you have this ghoul to deal with, which really sucks.
Yeah.
I needed to succeed. I can pitch you a nimble if that helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to evade it. It's a 3 to a 2 evade is what I got. That's all I got, huh? And I can pitch my search for the truth to get a question mark.
I'll give you nimble, because if this succeeds, I can actually move. And it does make it beat the skulls.
Okay. So that would give me that's a 4 to 2 test.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great, but it's something. And it's totally worth it. You can take
How much did you succeed on?
You can take it back, right?
No, I've already used that for the turn.
Okay.
Also, I can only use that on me, but
right.
I can still activate nimble. That's the important part.
Okay.
So how much did you succeed by? You had a 4 to his 2, right? So
yeah, I succeeded by 1.
Wait. No, you were a 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 to 2, and then it was a -1.
Okay, that doesn't help me as terribly, but at least I don't have to pass another shoe test, which I seem to be really good at lately.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have spent money on whatever. I screwed up. Yeah, I forgot I had. This is why I was going offline. I forgot I had Scrapper. All right.
All right, I'm going to do an investigate here. It's 4, 5, 6, 6 to 4. 6 to 4. I'm going to pump some money into it. 8 to 4. Here we go. 0. Okay, I got the clue.
Okay, and I'm just going to stay here because I don't want you to deal with the enemy again. I forgot. I don't want to leave.
You can move because I can Pathfinder out of here. We have to reveal this thing. Yeah.
Right. Let's just stay here because I'm gonna have to kill this ghoul anyway, I think.
Okay. A strange ghoul. If the investigators possess fewer than 6 clues, what do we have? I have 7 clues. Okay. You have 1 clue.
Nice.
If the investigators possess at least 6 clues, having spent considerable time exploring the upper layer, you understand the ghoul's nature a bit more. They are more welcoming than their kin have been in the past, speaking to you in a grunting monosyllabic English. As you consider your options, you are approached by one of their kind who still wears human clothing. Unlike the rest, he is able to communicate with you perfectly. With an air of authority and wisdom about him, he demands to know why you have come to this place. The investigators must spend 6 clues as a group, advance the act, flip this card over. Okay. I can spend all my clue if you want to keep yours.
Yeah, I think keeping some because of that 1 card's good.
Yep. All right, so let's advance the act. All right, Act 1B, an unlikely ally. Randolph gives a shout of recognition as the ghoul approaches. He and the creature shake hands and converse for a short while, after which he introduces you. This is the ghoul I spoke to you about. He's an old friend of mine and has offered to guide us through the underworld. He has some dire news, however. Randolph goes on to explain. Strange happenings have been occurring within the underworld. He tells of dark forces spreading throughout the veil below the plane of the ghouls, of vile weavers that crawl along the cavern walls, and of a terrible howling cry that penetrates throughout the realm. All of it, he says, emanates from one place, an ocean of pitch in the realm's deepest layer. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Richard Upton Pickman story asset. For the remainder of the scenario, if Richard Upton Pickman leaves play, remove him from the game. Put each set-aside Veil location into play. Find each card from the Striking Fear encounter set, even if they're out of play. Remove them from the game. Shuffle the set-aside Terror of the Veil and Night Gaunt's encounter sets into the counter deck along with the discard pile. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
Last one. You set the Veil location play. All right, so hold on. First step, I think we give this guy to you. And the reason why is he sets your fight to a base value of 5.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You can immediately use him and attach this ghoul to him.
Yeah, let's do it. And he's not an ally slot. He's just an asset.
Right. So you can have him, and he'll give you a punch of 5. This guy will immediately get attached to him right now if you want a fast action. Well, hold on. I guess let's finish doing all this stuff first.
Yep.
I don't think we can interrupt this. But he sets that Veil location into play, the Striking Fear, even if they're out of play and removed. These are the Striking Fear, actually. Hold on. I can't... I think these are the Striking Fear. The ones that have Frozen in Fear in them.
What?
I think that is...
Could this be amazing?
You can see the icon. They actually named all the encounter sets, and I just don't. I don't have.
Okay, hold on. Look at the setup in the campaign book. If they're listing them in order, 1, 2, 3,
that would be it.
4, 5, 6 would be like that last symbol, right? That
Yep.
triad symbol or whatever.
then that gets removed.
Where's the
Your frozen
symbol?
in fear.
Oh, I
It's
see
in the
it. Yeah,
center
yeah, yeah,
there.
right above treachery. Yeah.
Okay, so now I don't have to worry about frozen in fear anymore,
Sweet,
or the
dude.
rotting remains, both which cards I just got hit by.
So this just gets removed
Uh,
from me?
I believe so. That's how
Wow.
I'm reading it. Veil location, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here are the veil locations. Um, and let me check to see the last bit. Shuffle the sets I Terror, the Veil, and Night Gaunts and counter sets. Okay. Those. So I'm gonna have to go take out the rest of these. If you want to put down the locations, I'll finish cleaning up the.
Okay. Where are the
That.
locations?
Put them right below the.
Got it. Okay, so how many of them we got? Ooh, we got. We have 4, right? Alright. This sets 4 clues, that says 2 clues, that says 2 clues. Alright. This one is connected to.
Man, I wish I just stayed up there and not moved. Guess that would have been the right choice.
Wait, what? Oh.
If I would have just gotten my Frozen in Fear removed.
Where are these connected to, man? Are these connected to anything? Oh, okay, I see.
Do they connect to each other? Or do they all connect to the...
Okay, yeah, that connects to this. Over here. That one's connected to that and that. Okay, so that's connected there. Okay. Like that. And then this one's connected to this. This and this.
That.
Boom, and this one's not connected to this. That's connected to that.
Yellow and Moon.
Yep.
Yep. Yellow and Moon.
I think this needs to be a 45. That's there. Yeah.
This connects to all 3 of them. Yep. This connects to only green and yellow.
Right.
Okay. Interesting.
This is weird.
Okay.
Is that right? And then it's connected to 4
Yeah,
locations?
so that looks right how I'm looking at it.
This is connected to a 4th location somewhere, right?
Could be a location that we don't have yet. Are all those out? Is plus out?
Yeah.
Plus does not exist.
Okay, it doesn't exist. Okay. Yeah, that's what was confusing me. Okay.
Okay. So then I guess we don't need this one here. This goes to art. We just remove this one then.
Yep.
Because you set it up to the right.
Yep.
Okay, so now that you've done all that and you have Richard up in Pikmin, we read the beginning of the next act card.
Okay, and we did everything else here. Remove the Striking Fear stuff. Shuffle the set aside. Okay,
Yep. Cool. Shuffled up the deck.
All right, Act 2A, the descent. The way to the veil below is treacherous. You will have to climb down from a place Pikmin calls the Crag of the Ghouls, where the creatures cast the discarded remains of their macabre meals. You can only imagine what the depths might be like. Force, after an enemy with 1 or more clues on it is defeated, take control of the clues. Objective, find your way to the Sea of Pitch. You'll be instructed when to advance. Sea of Pitch, where is that?
We don't have it. There's something called bones that might be relevant.
Yep.
Although, I don't know.
I was like, this one's connected to a plus sign that doesn't exist.
That seems like a pretty good hint, potentially. Okay. I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was just your first action, right?
That was just my first action, yeah.
So you can fast action remove this ghoul and put it under Richard. I believe the clue is lost because they only go to us if it's defeated, whereas Richard up from Pikmin says Exhaust him, choose a goal enemy your location, and attach it to him face down. So I think that he loses the clue. Might still be attached to him face down, but I think that's irrelevant. I think he just loses the clue.
I'm so confused about I attach it to Richard face down?
Think of it this way. Richard Upton Pickman he used to be a human.
Yeah.
He became a ghoul. And he is the most, I guess, intelligent of the ghouls.
Yeah.
So it's ghouls that were fighting us before, because they see that we're friends with Pickman, they're joining his forces. He's making an army.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
That's the ghoul to represent that.
Got it.
That's how I
Yeah,
see it.
let's do it. Let's we're taking it.
So gets his face down technically.
Yeah.
However you want to do it.
Okay, we'll just put him next to him. Yeah, the face down next to him.
Okay. And you still have 2 actions left.
2 actions and a fast action to move as well with Pathfinder.
This place not want to be at during the Mythos phase.
The first treasure drawn during the first phase gains. Oh gosh, no, that's awful.
So you can zip past it, or you can use Pathfinder. You can go in, try to get clue, just like don't end there. What do these other ones do? This is after you discover one or more clues, you flip the Sea of Bones. Test foot 5 to scale the peak. When you leave it, you must test 2 to climb down.
Okay, I'm not good at that.
And no clues remaining. So, I mean, you can just straight up try to head over here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go over there.
You haven't used your bonus clue for the turn, so you could like hit it.
Oh, that's right. I saw
to
my
get spots up
my
here.
passive available. Right.
Yeah.
So let me fast action over here with Pathfinder. So I have 2 actions left. I'm going to use this action to investigate. We are at 4, 5, 6, 6 to 3. 6 to 3. Do I do a deduction on this?
Succeeded deduction if you're really good. You can't
Yeah.
pump your higher ed right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. So 7 to 3 is what as I'm going with deduction. So I can grab 3 clues here if I succeed.
Okay.
Get another one. Got it.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's you've succeeded by 2 to refer accessibility.
Yep. So
I'm
I
glad
got 3
you're
clues.
habit. Fuck.
All right, and now I'm gonna move over here. That's it.
We're done. So
We're done.
on a turn. Chip and chair.
All right. Yeah. No enemies. Unexhaust. Chip and chair.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
Doom.
bad cards.
Bad cards. All right. We're back. Here we go. We're back on it now. Taste of Lifeblood. Test 3 brain for each point you fail by. Place 1 of your clues on location. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So I have a 4 mind test. So it's 4, 2, 3. It's actually not that bad if I just put a clue in my location, right?
Yeah, so like worst case scenario, you have to drop 2 clues and take a damage, but that's absolute worst case scenario. So
Yeah.
I think you're okay.
I'm okay. 4 to 3. 0. Pass.
But maybe I can choose the same one each time, because if you think about it, if there's no enemies on the board and you fail by 3,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do all 3.
Right.
So, well, my bad card is.
Well, yeah, Volp's and
So,
Chop
yeah,
was saying the same thing. It's like, what happens if you have 4 clues?
I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I guess I take 1 and 1. So like life's getting really, really awful for me.
Okay. I don't think I have any horror healing
No.
in my deck,
No.
unfortunately.
It was Peter I needed, and unfortunately that.
Well, you have another
Oh,
one of
wait.
them, don't you?
I have to dig for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, power. Look down here. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna investigate over here, unless you want to do something first.
It'd only be if we want to see the tower first. You want to see the tower first?
Where's the tower? Are you gonna jump up there and check it out? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's see.
I'm gonna move, and I'm going to attempt to use my track shoes here.
Yep.
I will be at 5,
5 to 3.
3, I'm gonna go 6-3, 7-3.
7-3. Going for
Really
it.
want to be up there.
That was good. Really good.
Right. Then I'm going to attempt to.
Lift the heavy stone.
I'm gonna pitch these. So that will put me at
4,
7.
5, 6, 7.
Then I'm gonna go to 8, 9.
All right. 9 to
I'll get
5.
4. I'll return this to my. So, you succeed. If you succeed, flip this card over and resolve the text on the other side.
Here we go. Another path. Step after step, you scale the tower until you reach the heavy trap door at the top. When you push the stone aside, a column of bright light pierces through the shaft, blinding you. The surface! You emerge in an area thick with trees and mystical fog. After so many hours spent underground, the cool breeze feels wonderful. Many curious eyes watch you from the surrounding woods. Though you long to stay and explore the wilds, you know your true goal lies back down in the caverns below the surface. Put the set-aside Enchanted Woods stone trap door into play revealed. Record in your campaign log, the investigators found a way out of the underworld. Flip this card back over. Dude, we found a way out. You know what would be really sweet? If it healed all your horror because the Enchanted Wood was so glorious. That'd be sweet. All right.
You know what? Actually, there is a chance that maybe going out there to that location does something like that. Let me see what it says.
While you're investigating this location, it gets +1 shroud for each card in your hand.
It does
I wanted it to be veiled, is what I wanted it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it's all it is VP. A lot of VP.
It's a lot of VP. It's 2. It's a long ways to get there, but okay.
Yeah.
Dude, sweet. Good job.
Okay. So then I have. That was 1 action, 2 actions. I have 1 action left.
You have 1 action left. You're right.
Because I did the whole foot thing. I need to get some resources. I also need to get down to you. But because my track shoes are already exhausted as it should be, I'm gonna get $1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Done.
Okay. What happens here? While there are clues remaining on the Veil of Noth, investigators cannot play cards or commit cards. Wow. So I can't commit cards to this, but I can commit my higher ed. Oh wait, no, I don't. I don't have the money, the cards for it.
You could draw as your first action.
Yeah.
And turn on higher ed. Oh, you could play this as your first action.
Oh, baby. No, I can't play it.
Oh.
Right? I can't play
cards.
cards.
Are skill tests. Oh, okay. No. You could come over here, grab the last clue, play Searching for Truth, and then go back there for next turn.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
Trigger the veil while you're there too, if you're feeling up for it.
Yeah, I think that's good. All right, I'm gonna move here for 1. No, I'm gonna Pathfinder for 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Pathfinder for 1. I'm going to search for truth.
Okay.
Or do I want to try to get the clue before I search for truth?
I don't know.
I don't need to do that. I'm already gonna draw 4. It's all good.
Okay.
All right. Search for truth. As my first real action, I'm gonna draw 4 cards. It's the first time I'm using this, guys. Wow.
That's
okay.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Right on.
Good draw. All right, so second action. I guess I'll just do a pleb investigate.
Are you at 4, 5, 6?
Yeah.
6-3. I mean, it doesn't beat the Elder thing, but there's no enemies around, so.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do 6-3. Here we go.
You're Lone Wolf.
Oh, I got Lone Wolf. You're right. I need to put a thing on this.
I know. That's why I'm always doing it, man.
All right, 6-3. Here we go. -3. Succeed. Got the clue.
All right, so you can flip this, but if an enemy shows up,
it's a little scary because you're far away and.
Always like hit it on the way back.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move over here. That's it.
That should be your whole turn, right?
That's my whole turn. Yep.
So no enemies. Chip and chair.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's get Doom 2 and bad cards. Peril.
Oh, I remember the picture. I don't remember what it does.
Okay.
I think I remember what it does. Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to choose... Where are you right now? And you're going to want track shoes to come down. If we do that, we're going to get wrecked from... You might get wrecked from a treachery.
Just so you know, treacheries happen after the turn ends. Treacheries are the beginning of the next turn.
Oh. Wait, for the remainder of the round?
Yeah.
Oh, right. This is the beginning of the round. Okay. F. I'm just gonna say mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get -2 to mind.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotcha. My bad card. Going to make a choice also, and my choice is going to be fight.
Okay. Yeah. That was my other choice. Yeah.
All right. I will leave it there to remember. Okay. So all right. Again, I don't know if it matters who goes first for both these locations, right? Yeah, this one summoned the ghast. This one summoned all this. And
Do you want to put a little?
Yeah.
Wait, no, not the clue. Yeah, little resource things. Yep.
Okay. So I don't know if it matters if you go first or not. Like, does it? Do you want to see availed? Do you want me to? I'm not going to end my turn here.
Yeah.
So I'd be double move. Then what I'm going to do is probably just get resources and cards.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So I mean, I can just go and try to rip these clues.
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. So I'm going to lone wolf. Remember it this time. I'm 4, 5, 6. I can play Dr. Milan here and get rid of old Randolph before I do this. It might be time.
Good money. Yeah.
So before I do that, I'm going to do this. All right. Bye, Randolph. He did good.
I don't think we ever remembered to use his ability again because I disconnected. I think there's at least one more time you could have done that.
It's okay. I didn't need the cards.
That's true.
All right. Dr. Milan Christopher, he's out. My big boy over here. Now, 4, 5, 6. 6 to 4.
Oh, that left you out of box. Okay, but you do have.
Here we go. Perception.
Yeah. Nice.
So 8 to 4. Here we go, and I get to draw a
Wait,
card.
no. You can't commit cards to skill tests here, dude.
Oh.
So you need to not do Milan Christopher this turn if you're going to pump for it.
You're right.
I totally forgot. That was the whole point.
The whole point of us, yeah.
Yeah. You got the money so you could pump for it.
Yep.
Yeah. I was totally down for it until I remembered the whole.
Yeah. Here we go. 6 to 4. Spend $1 is 8 to 4.
I would consider going a second time because you want to succeed by 2, so you don't have to come back here.
Oh, just right. There we go. 10 to 4. Boom. Got it.
Okay, good thing. Because that
got
would have
both
been
clues for my passive.
Was that extra $1 worth it? You wouldn't have been up by 2 if you had.
Yeah, it was worth it. Okay. Should I flip this while you're not here, or do we just flip them all later?
We don't want to have to keep going back. I feel like, God, I don't know, man. It's risky. This one I definitely don't think is worth staying there, and I can evade something. This one though, that's your call, man. Clearly, I don't know what's going on. So your choice.
I'm gonna do it. I have an unexpected courage, and no, I can't commit stuff here.
Well, while it's flipped.
Oh no! While there are clues remaining, I can commit stuff now. So if the enemy comes out, I can do unexpected courage and evade it at least.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna flip it. The way out: if the investigators possess fewer than 3 or more, or fewer than 6 or more than 6, I have 7.
Oh, okay. So Yeah.
Yeah, so you venture out into the dark veil in an attempt to map out your surroundings. With knowledge you have accumulated, you know that the source of the disturbances within the underworld cannot be in this region. There must be another pathway, perhaps a cavern or tunnel that leads from the veil to a place even deeper beneath the surface of the Dreamlands. As you approach the great stone wall at the far end of the veil, you pick up a foul scent like sulfur and tar. You follow the stench until it leads you to a wide hole in the wall. The investigators must spend 6 clues as a group. Advance the act. Flip this card over. All right, I can spend my clues. I'm going to put a resource here to say that we did this.
I have a realization.
What?
I forget. This place took a 5 test to find the way out, right?
Yep.
This place that's also going up has a 5 test.
Yep.
My gut tells me they're both a way out.
Yep.
So I think we ignore this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
It's classic Arkham mirroring.
It's going up.
Yeah.
It's mirroring the same test. So it's like if you have somebody who sucks at fight, you get out this way. If somebody who sucks at foot, you get out the other way.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You can advance the act. I just wanted to mention that because it feels suspicious.
Okay, we're gonna advance the act. Here we go. Act 2B, a way across. The hole becomes narrower and narrower as you make your way through the other side of the stone wall. When you finally emerge, you find yourself at the shores of an enormous ocean of pitch black tar. Webs of glowing violent energy spread across the surface, filling you with an uneasy dread. Could this be related to the horrors you witnessed in St. Mary's Hospital? Just as you are beginning to wonder what to do next, you discover several rowboats of black wood moored in a nearby cove. The hull of each is carved with a strange insignia. Is this luck or providence? Either way, you were determined to set off across the sea and trace this madness to its source. Put each set-aside depths location into play. Shuffle the set-aside descent into the pitch, and agents of Atlak Nacha encounter sets into the encounter deck along with the discard pile.
Can you grab those 2 cards or click discard on the 2 cards down there for me? Because those need to get shuffled in.
Oh, ours, yeah.
Yeah. It's Descend to Pitch and Agents of Atlak Nacha, right?
Descend into the pitch and agents, yeah, those 2. Encounter sets.
Got it. A fat deck. Nothing came out? Huh, okay.
No.
Just a big deck. All right, so this spawned here. This goes just to us.
Goes back to that and to the other plus.
Oh, these all okay. So this location goes to all of these, and basically they're all just different C's of pitch, I believe.
Oh.
So I think that one of them is like the correct way out or something, and the other ones are not. That's what I'm guessing. Is like you know how we did find like the right.
This is like patient confinement rooms. That's like you go in and back and in and back and in and back, right?
Yeah. I think that's what it's feeling like. So then you have. Do you have an action?
I have 2 actions left, right?
2 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Do you want to go into the pitch? Do you want to get us a VP down here? This could be a Sea of Bones. Like, I mean, I remember what was in the Sea of Bones in the story.
I mean,
I don't know if we want this VP or not.
How much VP do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 VP?
6 because of the Gug.
Oh, 6. Ooh, that would give us. That's up to 8, dude. 6 to 8 is like that's a big jump right there.
I wish you could like get over here somehow.
Oh,
like,
I know, dude.
It'd be totally worth it. You know?
Oh, whoa! I can. If I play in the know, I can get there.
Wait a minute. In the nose anywhere?
Investigate any revealed location and play. Yeah. Yes.
Now the problem is this thing's shroud is equal number of cards in your hand. So that's the issue for you.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So we'll have to deal with that later. Like, let's just keep it in mind if the opportunity presents itself.
Okay.
But that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't even used your Pathfinder yet, huh?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oof.
Some tough choices.
I have a lot of. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna fast action right now. I'm gonna crack the case, dude.
Yes, dude. Okay, you're online. Even if I go, you're online.
I got 4 now. I could play in the know, dude.
You play in the know. You could play out Milan Christopher to make your hand smaller. And then if you could do one fat test here with a bunch of money, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like it would cost you a lot because you need to make sure you succeed by 2, but you could do it.
Yeah, I think Milan's coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you're gonna have to go like get this other clue to like get money off of Milan. Oh, these places all get harder based on the number of damage tokens here. So these are all Shroud 1 right now.
Okay. All right, so that was my second action, was to play Milan. And I have a free move.
Yeah, I think just use Milan every turn if you can. Try to get like the extra buck, and then we do this at the end if we can.
Yeah. Okay. I have one action left and a thing, so I can fast action into one of the Sea of Pitches and yeah.
Everyone you're feeling, man.
Let's start with this one up here.
Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna fast action in there. Boom, and then we are going to investigate. What does that veiled location say? What do they say? Anything? It's just
number
okay.
of
Just
tokens on the reference. Just that.
So you said there's Shroud 2 right now.
Shroud 1. Shroud 1.
Shroud 1, dude. Okay.
Yeah, there's only 1 damage token on
4,
it. Right?
5, 6. So I'm just testing 6 to 1.
Yeah. And you're not going to be able to go. I don't think you can get 2 clues right now because you already used that earlier. So just like a vanilla test is enough, man.
Yeah. There we go. 6 to 1 minus 3. I got 1 clue. And then I'm gonna get 1 resource. Yeah, baby. All right, you're up.
So I'm gonna move. I'll attempt to test my track shoes. Like I don't care terribly if I succeed. I'll put
because you're not really going anywhere past the thing.
Yeah. And it's one of those things where like, if I can always return nimble to my hand if I do like really awesome. You know.
6 to 3 minus 4. So if you take nimble back, you still succeed.
No, I don't succeed.
You don't succeed. It would be 5.
I don't succeed. I just fail.
Yeah, you just fail then. Yeah.
Okay, so second action. So I'm definitely not going to end my turn here. My last action is going to be to. I really don't want to hit a weakness right now. I can use the extra pump, so I'm just going to get $1.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so that was my sick turn. It's just as interesting as yours.
Yep.
Enemy phase, nothing.
Yep.
Chip and chair.
Chip and a chair. Okay. Ooh, I like it.
That's actually okay. So Doom goes to
3 of 4. And now bad card with our brand new encounter deck here.
Yep.
A pitch spider. All right, spawn any Sea of Pitch location empty if able. Swarming X. X is the amount of damage on the scenario reference. So I'm gonna have to put 1 card in here. When it attacks you, it deals either its damage or its horror instead of both. Okay.
So he deals either one. All right. So he is a 2/1/4. Super easy for me to kill him. Just a ways off.
Yeah. And he's going in any location that I'm not in.
Yeah. So just throw him wherever.
With my swarm here.
Matter. Okay.
He's going this left one here.
I don't think I ever remember seeing those when we did this mission. Gray Reaver. Oh dear.
What? Oh wow, he's a big boy, huh?
Big boy, but I actually have the perfect hand to fight him. Oh, and he's worth a VP.
Oh, sweet.
He will kill me, however, if I fail. Because he does too much.
Matt.
But I have you catastrophe in my hand. I at least have 1 guaranteed hit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know.
Yeah. I know.
Let's just wreck.
It's been a game.
It's definitely been a game. I think I should just fight him.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Should I go first and just see if I live?
Yeah,
or not?
Maybe. I think that's probably good.
I'm definitely gonna put this in.
Okay.
So that would put me at 7.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7 to 4. If I pitch $2, or I put in the unexpected courage and I take it back if I fail. I think I do that.
Yeah, I think that's legit.
And then I pump up my next test.
Yeah. So this is 9 to 4. This is pretty darn good. Which is perfect. Although you can't take this back.
It is correct. I cannot take it back.
Yeah.
but I do hit him for 3 damage.
Yeah, which was huge.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I have to be successful by 2 or more. I didn't remember that.
Oh no! So you only hit him for 1. Or you could take the Unexpected Courage back to your hand and just fail it as well, or hit him for 1.
Hitting him for 1. No, I think I'm just gonna return the brute force to my hand.
Oh, right.
And fail it.
He doesn't have Retaliate right now.
Ah, dude, I cannot.
That sucks so hard.
Wait, I could Catastrophe that hit, but then I won't have it for the next one.
Well, if you Catastrophe there, what can you grab from your discard pile that would be amazing for the next hit?
It would be my Nautical Prowess.
It's not bad.
Yeah. This is a lot of eggs in this basket, but
Yeah.
I return. Okay. I return. That's what I do. I'm going to return Unexpected Courage to my hand.
Yep.
I'll spend $2 to play Catastrophe.
All right.
Because I played Catastrophe, I actually commit another card to the test. That could be Quick Thinking, which would give me a free action. But Nautical Prowess gives me 3 icons. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that one gives you a better chance.
I get a star. And guys, just to be clear, the reason I failed, I did not fail until I returned the Unexpected Courage to my hand. That made me fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I commit this. I am going to count it as a question mark, just 1 question mark, so that I still fail. Okay, that's very important. Otherwise, I can't legally play it.
Okay. This
is not being committed to the test. This is being played. So my total value with a -5 is, it was 3 icons on brute force. 3 + 1 is 4. So 4. I'm not using my sword. So 4 + 4 is 8. 8 - 5 is 3, which does not succeed. That's why this is legal. Just so you guys know. Now, it does hit because it's considered a star.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, do hit him for 3.
Yes.
Just so that everyone knows how that works.
Yeah.
Okay? This now gets returned to my hand.
Okay.
Now, I cannot return a card to my hand that I commit anymore.
Right. You can only do that once per turn. Yeah.
It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially 8, 9. So I'm just going to commit 1 card.
Yep.
This can go up to 9.
That's a
9
-2.
2. So actually, I don't even need to make this 2 question marks. I can instead do this other ability to draw a card.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to just make it the other ability to draw a card. That will kill this thing. I draw my weakness, which is really bad.
Was that victory, that dude?
He went up there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, that was action 2. This Dreams the Deep being in my hand is really bad because I'm only 4 away from death. I need to take a test.
You need to take a really shitty test that you don't care about. It might be your track shoes test, dude.
Track shoes. It's my track shoes. It has to be my track shoes. I move here. Take my track shoes test. I commit all 3 of these cards to the test.
Yeah.
God, this is so bad, man. I cannot believe how much I'm having to do to stay alive. So these cancel each other out.
Yeah.
I'm at a 5. I'm going to have to pump twice because I need to pass this.
Yep.
6, 7.
5, 6,
7 versus 3.
Yep. 7, 3.
Versus 3.
-4. You pass.
That passes. I don't succeed enough to get my nimble, but I do get rid of Dreams of the Deep.
You get rid of everything.
I get rid of everything. I empty my hand, but I do pass and move here. I'm alive.
You're alive, dude. You're alive.
I'm alive and pissed.
Yeah.
That turn was exciting and awful. Your go.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Shroud's still 1 here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's do a pleb investigate here while I'm here. 6 to 1.
Dude, thanks, Volts. It's really confusing.
All right, I succeed. I get 1 clue.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Do you?
I'm gonna get my Milan Christopher. Oh, I have to get my Lone Wolf money and my Milan Christopher money.
Yes, we like this.
Okay.
Do you trigger the veiled?
Ooh. Yes, right.
Yes. I think so. I mean, that's how we find our way out.
This is how we have to. Here we go. Center of the sea. If the investigators, how many clues do we have? I have 3. You have 1. We have 4.
Don't have enough, but I think this is the way out, though. I think you actually one-shot it and found it.
Less than yeah. As try as you might, you cannot find the way to the other side of this ocean of tar. Flip this back. Come back when you have a greater understanding of this region. Oh.
This one can be flipped over. Basically, it's just saying we need enough clues.
Yep.
I think. We just need 2 clues.
Yeah. Oh, and I have 4? Volp says I have 4. Yeah, 4 between us. But we needed 6.
Yeah, 4 between us, right. So you just need to clear 1 more location. So if you move and clear a location, then we can leave next turn.
Yep.
Actually, I think we can leave this turn because you still have your Pathfinder.
Yeah, that was just my 1 action. So basically, I can Pathfinder.
Right, you can
back,
Pathfinder right now.
Boom, and then I move
no,
here.
You don't have to move back. These all connect to pluses. They all connect to each other.
Oh, they all move back to each other. Okay, so boom. We're going to go over here with Pathfinder. And then I'm going to do a 6-to-1 test over here. Okay. And I'm gonna rip.
I'd say through. Yeah.
Perception?
16 by 2.
Yeah, 8-to-1 here.
Like it.
-5, so 3-to-1. So my ability does go off then.
Perfect. You did it perfect.
Yep.
All right.
So I get 2 clues.
Take those 2 up. So now you have a decision to make. Potentially greedy decision, potentially not.
Yep.
You can.
I could flip this. Yeah.
Before you move.
Right.
Worst case scenario. You have how many actions left?
I have 1 action left.
Okay, so you can still walk up here even if an enemy hits you.
Yep.
And flip this.
No, that's true. Here we go. We're flipping. Spider-infested waters. From the depths of the pitch-black ocean, the creatures suddenly emerge. They are similar to spiders in shape, but that is where the similarities end. Their bodies appear to be made from the same tarry substance as the ocean itself, and their eyes glow crimson and red in the dark fog of the sea. The spiders surround your vessel and attempt to pull it and you into the depths. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and discard cards from the top until a spider enemy is discarded. Spawn that enemy here with 2 clues on it. If it is swarming, places those clues on the host enemy. Flip this card back over. Let's get a spider.
I forgot you actually had the Richard Upton Pickman. Like, who could have...
Oh, yeah.
actually, like... this is just...
This is a little something, huh?
Yeah.
Do we even have spiders in here, dude? Oh, there it is.
He will hop onto you. That's a big boy I killed.
Yeah.
So grab him. He does get 2 clue. I don't think that matters. We'll just put it on for posterity.
Yeah. Boom.
And then you would just have to walk once.
Walk once, take an attack of opportunity, 2 horror, and 1 damage.
Ooh. Then you fast action the veiled.
Yep.
And
hold on, I take 1 damage. Let's do this right. 1 damage and 2 horror. 1 here, 1 here. Flip this over. If the investigators possess, and we want to make sure the math is right here, we have 5. We have 6. We have 6 exactly.
Yep.
All right, you row farther out into deeper, darker waters, but there is still no sign of other shore. Under the surface of the black, tarry liquid, you can see a series of glittering stars, unlike an unknown constellation beckoning you forward. If you didn't know any better, you would think it was a reflection of the sky above, but there's no sky in this dark realm. You lean over the edge of the boat and nearly vomit from the sensation of vertigo that assaults you. It must be hundreds of miles deep and filled with horrors beyond your imagining, and yet you know what you must do. The investigators must spend 6 clue, flip this card back over, and advance the act. So we have to spend all our clue.
But this is the last act.
Yep.
So this better work.
Yeah, I know. This is like, all right, this is it.
I mean, we have like plenty of time too. But...
Yeah. A pit of fear grows in your chest as you gaze into the thick, dark water. This is the source. Whatever is below the surface of the sea, it holds the answer to everything that has transpired thus far in the waking world. Perhaps you can even find a way to save your friends, or perhaps the ocean will simply swallow you alive. You have no way of knowing for certain. You stand and take a final breath, clenching your fists tightly. Then you take a leap of faith. Resolution 1.
We did it.
Okay, we did it.
Dude, thank you.
I can't believe it was going so badly at the end there for you.
I was afraid it's going to be exactly like last mission where I dumped all of my cards to be like, okay, I'm going to be okay, I'm going to make it, and then you just die. But
so we left 3 VP on the table that we could see, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, and the Grey Weaver again, I think. So it's
yeah, you're right. The Grey Weaver's also a 1.
So
but like all things considered,
yeah, dude.
I think we're okay. All right, well let's see what this.
Yeah. Resolution 1.
We had this giant encounter deck that we saw nothing out of.
I know.
Because you just got to see immediately.
That was crazy. All right, Resolution 1. The black tarry liquid rises around you, consuming you, and you fear that you've made a grave mistake. The pressure of the dense liquid surrounds your body, crushing you from all sides. But then you emerge on the other side. You fall for a brief, silent moment before being caught by a glowy, sinewy web. Panicking, you scramble to a nearby platform made of solid rock. Your refuge is one of many, each suspended in the air and connected by thick webbing. Beyond that is a vast cosmic space and infinite darkness that stretches as far as the eye can see. For each damage on the scenario reference card, record 1 tally mark next to steps of the bridge. So this is where it comes in. Steps of the bridge in your campaign log. So I think we have, what, 2 or 1?
1. We never got a second.
Okay. 1 step.
I think we're about to.
All right. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X on each card in the display. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7. I think it's 7.
That sounds good. Putting it down.
All right. If you were playing, if you're playing the 8-part scenario and you have, and you've already played scenario 3A, proceed to interlude 3, the Great Ones. All right.
Nice. And there's one thing I want to say before I forget.
Yeah.
I need you to understand that mission 4B has one of the coolest mechanics in all of Arkham. The last mission. I'm so excited for you to see it.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's really, really cool. And I do remember that. I didn't remember much of this mission. I think we did something similar to what happened here, where we might have just found our way out quickly, but yeah. I'm so excited. Anyway.
Awesome. All right. So we are going to where? Interlude. The next interlude.
Yep.
All right. Interlude 3, the Great Ones. All right. Read this interlude only after... Okay, yeah. The Great Ones 1. Following scenario 3A, the dreamers are on their way to the cold wastes wherein lies unknown Kadath. You are nudged out of sleepless reverie by a furry forehead. You look down to find the black cat peering up at you. Hey, I see you've made some progress. You're not quite sure if you would call this progress. Though you are finally on your way to the cold wastes, you haven't pinned down the exact location of unknown Kadath, and you have no idea what to expect when you arrive. Check your campaign log. For the dream quest, read the section below that applies to your situation, then proceed to the following test. If no section applies, skip. The dreamers grow weaker. I don't think that's it. If Randolph did not survive the voyage and the black cat is searching for the truth... hold on.
Wait, is this from campaign log A, it says?
Yeah, from the dream quest. I think we skipped that. You asked for it. I think we skipped that too, right?
Skip that.
I think we skipped all.
He did not survive the voyage, but he did not survive the voyage, but I don't think the black cat was searching for it.
Yeah.
No, he's at his side. It says he eluded captures. My last note. Or do we have a note card or something?
Oh, we do have a note card. Yep. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what's missing.
Yep. Hold on. I have it. I have it somewhere.
I don't think the black cat's searching for the truth, though. I don't remember that being said. I know he didn't survive the voyage.
All right. We were carried to the cold waste. Randolph Carter did not survive, and I got false awakening. So I think we skip it. That little thing. All right.
Okay, so nothing.
Yep. You ask the black cat if it knows what you'll find in Kadath. Sort of, it answers. I've foreseen your arrival in Kadath for some time now. I've seen a lot of this, in fact. But it's not playing out exactly the same way. Or maybe I just didn't see it in the same way. Regardless, I think you're on the right path. After all, it's the only path that's left. I know a little more about what you'll see when you get there, but I'm afraid that if I tell you, you'll see it differently too. Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. Get to Kadath. Find the land of the Great Ones. Everything else will fall into place when you arrive, as long as you don't mess us up. These beings that you face, the ones whose names I do not wish to speak, they don't just threaten the Dreamlands, they threaten existence itself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be. Check the campaign log. If the Black Cat has a hunch, nope. Otherwise, the Black Cat offers to pass a message along to one of your companions. Your other companions. The lead investigator must decide. Tell your companions about the threats you face. The Black Cat will return to you with aid once this message is delivered. This may put undue burden on your companions. Or you tell your companions you'll be okay. The Black Cat will stay with them. I think we want the Black Cat to stay with us, right? With the Dreamers.
This, just to be clear to everybody who's listening, this right now, the Black Cat is talking to Safina and Leo.
Yeah.
Not to Silas.
Yeah, that's right. They're talking to the Dreamers. I think that they still need the help.
Hearing how the last one went.
Yeah.
Whereas
they need the help. So basically what we're going to do is, in the campaign log for the dream, record the Black Cat spoke of Nyarlathotep. Yeah.
Would cross it off. Wait, we tell our companions about the threats. Turn to you with aid. Make sure. Okay.
Yeah, it returns back to the Dreamers. Yeah.
So
Volps agrees the Dreamers need more help than Rex and Silas.
Yeah. I mean, Silas put up a good argument today for needing help, to be fair. But in the end,
it was very fluky. I don't know.
It was the frozen in fear. If I had just ignored it because it was going to go away, it would have been fine. So I 3.
Okay. So we're going to proceed to the Great Ones 2. The Great Ones 2. Following scenario 3B, the investigators have reached a cosmic penumbra between worlds. A cat's low-pitched wail draws your attention to a nearby web. When you arrive, you find the Black Cat stuck on a patch of particularly sticky web, wriggling back and forth in a vain attempt to free itself. Even with the sharp claws, it seems to be in trouble. You lean over and pull the cat free, and it leaps from your arms to a rocky platform below, the only thing between the cat and an endless void. It hisses for a moment, then stands tall. Did I ask for your help? It scolds. Well, you made it below the sea of pitch after all. Now look at you. See all this webbing? You couldn't miss it even if you tried. You are surrounded on all sides by webs, treacherous pathways across the aether. It is a bridge between your world and the Dreamlands. If it is completed, the two will merge, understand? Unless you want everything to look like that hospital where your friends are sleeping, you have to stop this at all costs. Nothing else matters. Nothing. Check the campaign log for the Dream Quest Campaign A. Read the section that applies. If we possess the silver key, that doesn't seem familiar. If the Black Cat is searching for the truth, that doesn't seem familiar either.
We had it. I swear we had a key at some point.
We have a key, but we have I thought we found like a strange key or something. I don't remember a silver key.
No, it was we had a silver key from mission 3. It was the key that we needed to go into the sepulcher that brought us down here. But we might have lost it with how things ended up with the last mission.
Okay.
Something, I don't know. I just don't see it on here.
No, so, I honestly don't think we got the key. Hold on. What was that? Scenario 2B? We didn't get the silver key. I thought we got another key.
I thought that the items we kept picking up was called the silver key.
Oh.
Let's see if we lost it. Hold on, let me check our ending. I want to.
Yeah, what resolution did we get for 2B?
That one was called The Thousand Shapes of Horror,
right? Yeah, Thousand Shapes of Horror.
R2.
If the investigators recovered a strange key, yeah, because it was one of those. It was one of those things where we flipped over one of those things. Or you did a test on a location. It was like you recovered a key.
We have. So flip through R3 and 4 just to make sure that we didn't lose
Okay.
it. I think we lost it because I think when he died, it was tied to his hope or something. It was his like childlike innocence. And
Yeah. Wait, this is the lower plane. The Dreamlands knows the underworld is. It is an inhospitable place. Many of the creatures I've seen crossing over the world come from this region. Perhaps our key knew this and that was our true destination. I think it's gone now. Yeah. Forget it.
So-
We no longer need it anyway. Let's go.
we
Okay.
do not have the key.
We don't have it. We don't have a key. Okay.
Gotten it. We needed to not. We missed so much story because
Yeah.
we just like there's all these boxes. It's like you can't read these. Right.
Yeah, you can't read this. Okay. So if we don't know, we don't have any of this. Okay, so. Before I forget, your friends have almost made it to their destination. If everything happens as I have foreseen, they'll be able to free themselves. In the meantime, they wanted me to let you know. Check the campaign log, read the section that applies. Once a relevant entry has been read, choose and proceed to either scenario 4A or 4B. We're going to go to 4A. So the cat spoke of Nyarlathotep. The being they face is one with thousands, perhaps an endless number of masks. The Big N, it is called by some. It is manipulative, deceptive, and cunning. It is probably the thing that trapped them in the Dreamlands to begin with. Why? I have no idea. And if you want them to survive, they're probably going to need my help. You'll be okay here on your own, right? The Black Cat doesn't wait for an answer. Without another word, it leaps into the aether below and vanishes. Check both campaign logs. If neither campaign log has the Black Cat is at your side recorded, that's wrong. If the Black Cat is at your side recorded, no change is made. Okay, so no change is made.
So all right, that's cool that you can like pass them back and forth between your groups depending upon how well they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, so then we're good. That was the great ones. Check it off in both logs real quick.
So what are the changes that happened in the campaign log here?
The only thing that happened is that the Black Cat spoke of Nyarlathotep.
Right.
That was it.
Oh,
Like,
and then
everything
we found our way out of the underworld. Yeah, and we got a step to the bridge.
That is true.
Yep.
Right, and that's hugely important.
Okay.
So steps to the bridge. So here is what I think happens. Okay.
All right, and because you have banked XP, we both have 9 going into the last one.
Right.
Yep.
I think the reason the steps to the bridge thing happens is I think that last mission right there you might be able to do multiple times. I think that there's a chance that if you fail, instead of you dying, you might be able to come back in. Now, I could be wrong. There might have been something else that we did because we dominated so much that would have added more steps to the bridge, so it would have started crumbling things.
Yeah.
Or it could be that, like, if you have like horrible luck at finding the Sea of Pitch, like maybe you fall unconscious and you start the mission again.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though.
Or or it could just be like there was some veiled stuff that we didn't we didn't see that could have also added steps to the bridge.
I haven't seen this location, or either of those two.
Yep.
We also didn't see any of the encounter deck. We flipped it all. You looked for a spider.
We saw enough of it to make it hurt, and then.
Yeah.
This one felt like a really odd mission. Well, I mean, internet problems aside, which sort of contributed to the start and stop nature of it, but it was sort of like nothing was happening, and then suddenly like, boom, everything happened, and we got out.
I remember having a similar experience last time I played it too. Actually, it was like, we just walked through it. Now, Slimpy told me that he and his girlfriend were playing this, and they got completely like wrecked. Like they didn't see. I told him what happened to us in the last mission on the moon. I was like, Lyle and I didn't see like 60% of it. He's like, that's exactly what happened to us when we played the one you're about to play. Like we just didn't see any of it. They just got apparently wrecked. But both times I've played this scenario now, like we just waltzed on through. Our clue gatherer was like, this is no problem, this is no problem, this is no problem. And then like our combat guy, I think like our combat guy got stuck on this gug.
Okay.
Handles. And so we never found a way out. But I always wanted to see what was at the top of the tower up here.
It seems very important Like, especially because it's in the campaign log, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It does seem very important, and I just wanted to see what was up there. Like, I couldn't remember what was up there. I think it's really cool that they actually put an Enchanted Woods location there to kind of tie it to the story.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Like, here's where the Zoogs are.
Yeah. And you know what? We did have some time, man. Oh, wait, no. This was going to tick over the next
But I think
round.
what it did, the way they worded it, is it says it doesn't end. I think it would have just put a heart here.
Yeah, you're right. It would have made the scenario card harder and harder. Yeah, which makes the shrouds harder over here.
Which in the last one, I think you took like horror equal to half of the things on it. It probably did the opposite. It's probably like you took damage equal to half of the.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Again, if it's mirroring what it did last time.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to my Catastrophe either. I was gonna look at it again. I couldn't. I don't think it says exile. I think it's that broken. Did I? I'm searching. I can't find it.
Yeah, where is it?
My fortunate state's here. I don't know. I like it. It just vanished. Maybe it like fell into a trash can or something. I need to double check that guy. So
your game was going so well. It just fell into a trash can on its own, dude.
It's just been so good.
Yeah. Is it in here or is it
XP? So it should be over there.
Okay.
It's an event right here.
Oh, it's an event. Yeah.
It's not exile. Yeah, I mean, it's so good. It probably should be. But basically, I am gonna have to pay 2 of my 9 XP if I want to put Fortune or Fate back in my deck, which I will probably do.
Yeah.
I will definitely be putting another Catastrophe in there, and then I'll have to decide how I want to do the math on that. But I know we're already running a little later, guys. That'll be, I guess, a talk for another time. I'm just glad that we made it out. And
I'm glad that we made it out. I'm glad we were able to even continue to play it tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
for sure. I thought it was done.
Yeah, I thought we were done too. It was gonna be. Yeah, I think you most definitely need to get another copy of this Catastrophe in your deck, for sure.
Yeah, I love it, and there's no question.
And Fortune of Fate, man. Talk about. I love it when you add cards to a deck, and then you use them immediately to great effect. Like I think both of those cards were very pivotal moments in our game.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like I'm very glad to see them. I'm very glad to use them. I got lucky finding them because I know you've had that experience multiple times where you just bought a card and you're like, well, didn't get to see that.
Yep. Cool. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, this was the moment for my in the know that I purchased way back in the beginning to do something. I didn't even get it out. I had a lot of resource problems in the beginning there.
And that's honestly, we probably could have done it. It would have been like more risky because of the damage I was at.
We had time. I think we had time, but I don't think we needed to be greedy. It was fine.
And we recorded only one step. And the fact that we're still recording it makes it sound like it's still relevant. You know?
Yeah, totally.
So it probably might make things like easier later.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brisket. Here's Brisket. She's tired of sitting in my lap now.
Oh.
Hello. There's my pug, everyone.
My kitten is finally sleeping after attacking my feet all night.
Yeah, I'm glad. Finally, some rest for both of you. But
yeah.
That was fun, guys. Again, sorry on my end about the technical difficulties. I'm glad we were able to swing it. I hope you had fun watching just Lyle wreck and me sweat. Obviously. Here.
It was a very interesting game for sure.
For sure.
All right, I think so. Next week, everybody will be on the final mission for the Dreamer side. The Leo Safina team is going to be doing Scenario 4A. Scenario 4A is called Where the Gods Dwell, which doesn't. It's already epic sounding. Oh my God, the last one's called Weaver of the Cosmos. Jesus Christ!
I'm so excited. Block. Thanks for sticking around, Volps. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching, and especially given the technical difficulties being there. And
yeah,
really
totally.
awesome
Thanks, Volps.
Have you stick around and all be on YouTube who are making sure holding us accountable and just watching.
Yeah. I'm loving the YouTube comments, which means that you guys are actually watching, which is awesome. Sure, right? So if you are watching on YouTube, again, I will link our most current deck lists in the description below so you can see them. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And especially with all those weird disconnects that we were doing. If you saw us miss something, I would just be curious. But hopefully, I think the big crit no that we did today was, I hope everybody understood Matt's flow chart of failure. That's a flow chart of failure to success. A guide to survivors tonight with you catastrophe.
For sure, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. All right, I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna sign off for today. I think I'm gonna turn off this ambient music I forgot was on. Matt, any last words before we go?
No, man. No, I think I'm good.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next Monday for more Arkham. You'll see me and Chris play Zombicide Part 2 of Mission 9 of Friends and Foes later this week. So keep in touch on Twitter and Discord for all that relevant info. And with that, I'll say peace, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, and good night.
Everyone, peace of gaming.